Center.
Ian Rappaport is reporting that Houston Texans running back Joe Mixon is not expected to rejoin the team this season. Spent the entire season on the physically unable to perform list because he suffered the injury while away from the team. Little detail about either the circumstances or the specific nature of that injury. Texans in primetime tonight at home hosting the Buffalo Bills. Davis Mills gets his third consecutive start for the Texans.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 in Military. That's where we are today, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yingling, because there's a big football game tonight. The Buffalo Bills in Houston to take on the Texans. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
And the Anchor Bar, I mean, you think about the fan clubs that they have here. It's a big Buffalo Bill place. Obviously, the Anchor Bar is from Buffalo. They claim to have invented the Buffalo Wing.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
I mean, but also, this is apparently a huge Houston Texans fan club place. Now, I've joked that, the Texans fan club could sit at a four-top and everybody would be there. Although I'm told that they get hundreds of people here for the Houston Texans, and about 300 for Buffalo fans, although a lot of Buffalo fans have headed to Houston because the game tonight is – in the great state of Texas.
Yeah, they were telling me about 350 Buffalo Bill fans show up here every Sunday to watch the Bills play. A lot of Texans fans, but there's a bunch of groups that meet here, and one of them even surprised us.
Well, it's true. Now, again, big place, lots of fan groups can get around, get TV with sound. One of Joe's favorites, the Notre Dame Club of San Antonio.
I'm here every week.
They meet here. Right? Apparently, there is a Florida State San Antonio fan club.
How about that? Navy?
Okay, we'll get there.
All right.
Iowa Hawkeyes. Kansas Jayhawks.
You're saving the best for last.
USC Trojans. And the South Texas Naval Academy Parents Club. Talking to Ruben here, who's doing an interview right now, and all I got to say is she's hired. He was telling me that there is a player whose mom comes here to watch her son play, and they bring about 20, 30 people every week, which I think is very, very cool.
Well, it is very cool. And while they're not fans of the Kansas City Chiefs that come here necessarily, there are fans of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, they are
one of the fans of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the 210 Swifties, Chiefs watch parties, and Swiftie events.
How about that?
Apparently, it's not the Chiefs fan club. It's the Swifties who want to watch Trav play football.
How about that?
And
then you get a shot of Taylor Swift, too, from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get all giddy about that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool to be in here and to have all of these fan clubs that meet here. And that's kind of cool.
It is very cool. And, again, if you're a Texans fan, you're welcome here tonight, even though this is known as a Buffalo Bill hangout. And what I find interesting is talking to the people here at the Anchor Bar, they've both been here at the same time before, but never playing against each other. So It could get interesting tonight. Could get interesting tonight, but apparently an official spot for both teams. The good news is, if you're a fan of Buffalo, you're a fan of Houston, you'll get the game with sound regardless because it's the only game on. Now, if you're not here and you're driving around, you'll be able to listen to tonight's Texans game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by Flight by Yingling in crystal clear FM quality audio.
That is fantastic. You can do that. Now, by the way, you don't have to be a Bills fan or a Texans fan to come in here to the Anchor Bar today and join us. Our friends from Flight by Yingling are here, and you know exactly what that means.
Uh-huh.
That means there'll be free beer, That means there's going to be prizes to be given away. All of those kinds of things are going to happen. So if you're a fan of, say, I don't know, the Dallas Cowboys, and you want to come in here tonight to watch the game or come in here and hang out with us and our friends from Flight by Yingling, you're certainly welcome to do that. I'll even allow some Notre Damers if you want to come in here. Some Domers if you want to come in here and hang out with us. I'll be nice to you.
You won't be nice, but are you laying down the gauntlet that Notre Dame types won't come in here because you have said so? You're going to allow them?
Well, if
you're a Notre Dame type, you need to come in here and say, who the hell do you think you are, Joe Reinagel?
Then I'll ask him the same
your
thing.
Your hairdo looks like a Golden Domer helmet. Come
on.
on.
Do y'all think you are?
I know. And look, Thursday night football flight is on special. Get one of those nice ice cold tall flights for $6. You can't beat that.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's a hell of a deal.
And we will have prizes, including the Kanga coolers, the backpack coolers, all of it. You can't win them if you don't come see us here at the Anchor Bar, 1604 Military near I-10. You know where it is. Or just punch it in your phone and just listen to her. She'll get you here.
Oh, absolutely. It's a cool place, great place. There's TVs everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you sit. You're going to get a great view of the game. So, yeah, come in and party with us.
And you know what we found out at lunch? It's a $1 wing day.
It is $1 wing day.
Yeah, dollar wings.
Wow.
$1 wings.
And they're good.
Yeah.
We had them.
Yeah, we had.
And
like
good.
I generally, I know this sounds odd because it's Anchor Bar and they're known for their wings. The pizza logs that they have here are incredible. And that's normally what I get. But I did get wings for lunch. I'll get the pizza logs at some point before the show is over.
Well, because you're a cheap SOB. That's why when you heard there were $1 wings and it's your turn to buy lunch, you said, oh, we're doing that.
Wait, do you mean it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had your 8. You're done for the day, sir.
I hear there's some pizza logs coming. And
not for you.
Who knows what else we might have ordered
for you.
Today.
Well, look, man, wings are $1. Your beer is $6. We're ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the end of the show and to have a few beers. That'll be all right.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Well, sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You need to get down here, though. It's a beautiful day. I thought it was supposed to rain today.
Well, you're the weatherman.
Well, it's just like all the others. I was wrong.
Save that, Pledge. Save that.
Just like all the others. I was wrong. We were incorrect. You were right.
You know, although I will say, I thought it was supposed to rain and get crazy. I got sprinkled on. Now, granted, I haven't been to the car wash since Sunday, but I got enough of a sprinkle this morning where now I got to go back to the car wash. That sucks. Although, nothing like what happened yesterday in Phoenix. I don't know if you guys have seen this in the news, but I was talking to my daughter last night. She was driving home, and then all of a sudden, it was loud, and she's like, I'll call you back. And the hailstorm that they had in Phoenix was incredible. I can't wait to get the damage report on the car because she couldn't tell at night. You can't. But then, some of the accounts that I follow in Phoenix, and now my algorithm is all storm pictures, it looks like they had a blizzard. It was so much hail. It looked like snow. And it was major hail in the valley.
Yeah, I'd hate to hear that damage report. That's a helpless feeling. Oh. And Erica was driving you.
Yeah, so you talk about helpless.
I mean, you're helpless.
Yeah, kid,
what are you going to do?
Hang up and drive, and now I'm just like, get home safe.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And that happened to me once. I mean, I'm on the freeway, and there's nothing you can do about it. It starts hailing, and, well, you just hope it doesn't do too much damage while you're trying to get to where you're going.
She said her windshield was fine. She said as far as dents, it was too dark to really tell. And that's one of the things about hailstorms. It's not really till the next day in the right light that you realize your car now looks like a golf ball.
Exactly. That sucks too. That sucks. It does. But it was weird pictures, for sure. So Anchor Bar, it's where we are, 1604 Military, which I guess it's kind of in between Military and Lockhill, Selma.
Yep.
So it's in that big shopping center. You've passed by it a million times.
The Ridge.
Yeah.
Right down from one of Joe's favorite places.
Yeah. Well, it
Picks.
really is. Picks.
You're popular.
I'm very popular there. The 70 pluses love me in there.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been drinking.
I get asked to dance all the time.
It Picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Don't knock it till you try it. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
My wife doesn't even get mad. She's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. She put her teeth in just for you. Come on.
Exactly right. I told her not to do that. It's so much better without them.
Is it?
I don't know if it is or not. I'm assuming it might be. It could be.
Oh, good Lord.
We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, Stephen Jones is going to join us here on the Blitz coming up at 4:30 today. So we'll visit with the COO of the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to join us at 4:30. I'm sure he's a very happy man about this point in time and getting ready for a big Eagles football game. Two of the newest Cowboys, well, one new one and one guy that just returned. We're going to hear from them when we continue here on the Blitz, live from the Anchor Bar. Come see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. I know I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my house through the years, and Hill Electric does fantastic work. Has for well over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. And whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. So call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Welcome to Cricket Wireless. Santa?
I've got to get Mrs. Claus a gift or I'm in a whole lot of trouble.
How about a single unlimited line? Only $35, plus a free Moto G 5G.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. Here, take a present.
Says it's for Timmy in Des Moines.
Never heard of it.
Join Cricket Nation and get a single line for $35 per month, plus a free Moto G 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Requires activation of new line on select unlimited plan or higher. Pay $40 first month. New lines only. First month service charge. Tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hey, it's the holiday season and nothing beats warm coffee, cool mornings, and that festive locker room excitement. It's in the air. Hey, it's Rob, and I'm reminding you that Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has their Black Friday deal, and it's going on now. Choose 3 doggy daycare packages available through December the 5th or until spots run out, and they're running out fast. With over 17,000 square feet of pet partying paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, there's no better place. It's a winter wonderland of fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298 today. Call them now. They're filling up fast for the holidays.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's finally Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got Spurs, Hawks to talk, as well as Texans versus Bills, plus a full weekend of football to look forward to. Don't be late. We'll get started at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Might need a little Willie Nelson going in there, Pledge, because we're on the road again. Yesterday, we were hanging out with the dogs. Today, we're hanging out with the wings.
Yeah.
At the Anchor Bar, 1604 between Military and Lockhill, Selma. Come see us out here. Dollar Wing Day here at the Anchor Bar. Plus, we've got our friends from Flight by Yingling. They will be here, and you know what that means. Lots of prizes, lots of stuff to give away, and probably some Flight by Yingling
probably around. Well, yeah, you're right. Probably.
Yeah. We can't, wait till I hear from Beer Santa before I say that. I feel pretty good about it, though, that there will be some Flight by Yingling without charge.
That would be a safe bet.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting. Earlier when we were here having lunch, we met a guy who had his son with him.
Yep.
And a little Maddox. And I was like, aren't you in school? And he was like, well, you know, the grandparents, they booked a cruise. And yeah, 5th grade, what the hell? Let's go on a cruise. Because the grandparents like to gamble. So I asked Maddox, how'd he do gambling? And he was too young. So I asked the dad, and he said, I don't gamble. He said, I'm a money manager. I don't gamble. And I thought, the money manager, the guy in charge of making sure your money grows, isn't a gambler. That's appropriate.
Well, I feel sorry for him, actually, because, he's missing out on all that fun. All the near heart attacks, all the nervous, when 2 minutes left in a game and you need a field goal or not need the other team to score. And all of those things are fun.
They are fun. But he probably thinks it's fun when he watches his retirement fund grow and not his investments go south. I would imagine, like if I were shopping for a new money manager, having somebody that was on the conservative growth side instead of the high risk side is probably what I would want for my long-term investments. I just thought, you're a money manager and you don't gamble. There's a lesson to be learned there.
There's a lesson to be learned there, yes. Well, I'm not a money manager, luckily for me. So,
well, and I know your money manager, and he is a gambler.
Well,
so.
He is. He's not quite as degenerate as I am.
Well,
but,
no, because he's smart with his money.
Well, I suppose.
And people like us keep them in business. We've got to work longer because, our gambling habits will keep us from retiring.
Isn't that the truth?
Uh-huh.
Cowboys with a big game this week. And Jason, what's funny about that? I'm at the gym this morning, and obviously there's a lot of Cowboy fans in there. There's one Eagle fan that's running around in the gym. But everybody's optimistic about Sunday's game when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, thinking somehow, some way that the Cowboys are going to win this football game.
Well, again, understandable when you look at and you think about the last time we saw the Cowboys play, they looked like a real football team.
They did.
And the Eagles have struggled a bit, especially offensively. So I do think there are some things there that you can look at and say, yeah, it's understandable why Cowboy fans would be optimistic because, quite frankly, it's more about how the Eagles have looked lately. Even though they're winning games, they haven't been fluid in doing so.
Very true. They have not been. Their defense has been outstanding, though, and that's really what's won them the games that they've won while the offense is struggling. I find it fascinating, though, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but you would think Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was the MVP last year of that Super Bowl, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And already people throwing shade at him. Maybe that's just Philly.
Well, it is just Philly. And look, what you did last year doesn't matter.
I agree with you.
Doing that? Every coach will tell you every year is a new season, a new team.
You remember that when we start talking about number 4. I'm just saying.
Look, I mean, Jalen Hurts has always been criticized. I mean, there was a time you and I were in a car in Philadelphia for the Army-Navy game, and they had won a gazillion in a row, and that driver was just hard on Jalen Hurts, and then they went on a losing streak.
They did.
I mean, it's there. Jalen Hurts, though, understands. I mean, there are reports out there that Eagle players are frustrated with the offense, frustrated with him. Yeah, go ahead, Jalen.
I take a lot of the responsibility when things are going. I guess I get a lot of attention when things are going well and when things are not going so well. And so I never run away from holding myself accountable. And I think, that's exactly what I've taken the approach of doing. When I look at this last game, I take great pride in what we do on offense. I take great pride in how we go out there and play as a team and what our flow is. And so we obviously got work to do, and I think that obviously starts with me. That's always my approach. That's always me looking internally first in everything that we do, and then in due time rising above.
Yeah, he's got to be one of the most laid-back dudes I think I've ever seen. He's just laid back, chill, no problem. But it's funny to me. And look, the offense has not been good over the last several games for the Philadelphia Eagles, but yet they're winning. And we mentioned they're doing it. I think the defense has been carrying this team. They've got so many offensive weapons. And for whatever reason, all the blame, or at least most of it, is going the way of Jalen Hurts.
Well, you brought up number 4. Dak Prescott says, welcome to the club. I mean, and when you're a quarterback and on a high-profile team, especially when, they're winning, just not winning pretty enough, right? You're going to get the quarterback gets all the credit or all the criticism. And is it deserved? I don't know. I mean, Jalen Hurts is one, though, throughout his career, whether it was in college or with his time with the Eagles. He is one that I truly believe does not give one damn about his individual stats. He cares about a win or a loss. And if they're winning games and he throws for 108 yards, cool. If he throws for 400 and loses, he's not going to be happy. He's one that, the definition of he's going to take what they're giving him. And as long as they win the game, ultimately, that's all that matters. And, yeah, he's got 1 Super Bowl MVP. He could probably have 2. You think about the Super Bowl that he lost, the way that went, if the Eagles actually won that game, he would have been Super Bowl MVP there.
Yep.
But their offense, their passing game is so inconsistent, it's easy to point and say, what's wrong with Jalen Hurts?
Well, the difference between this year and last year is the running game.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley was running all over everybody last year. This year, he's not doing that. Their running game has not been where it was last year. And look, I don't care what quarterback you are, name one. The running game is a quarterback's best friend. If you've got a good running game, that opens up everything else. And this year, it's not doing that because teams are stacking the line and they're making Jalen Hurts beat them. And so far, well, they're 8-2. I mean, it's hard to argue with that record, but the offense has not looked as good as it did last year, and I think that's a big reason why.
And what was it, a couple of years ago, they were 8-2, 9-1, whatever it was, and then went on that losing streak.
Yeah.
And this team feels like it could teeter that way, and I don't think most would be surprised if that were to happen. And if it does, it needs to happen starting this Sunday. And again, their offense struggling. The Cowboys' defense is better. How much better? Who knows? Because it was against the Raiders. Although the newest Cowboy, Quinnen Williams, said he wasn't surprised at how well the defense played against Las Vegas.
I wasn't surprised about their performance or my performance in general because in the 3 days that we had a chance to practice together, 2 days we had a chance to practice together, everybody in that defensive line room works extremely hard. Even the coach works extremely hard. And trying to get their sales right to be able to be effective and dominate and do their job the best of their ability. So going out with them, I was super confident in everybody because I got a chance to see everybody work and how everybody carries themselves week in and week out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised. I mean, look, he made a difference, obviously. Kenny Clark was better because of Williams. I noticed that right away. And you got both of those guys, you don't really know who to pay attention to. And that defensive line is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Then you've got Odighizuwa in there as well. And that's a tough defensive line, and I'd put the Cowboys up there with just about anybody now.
And then you look at Overshown coming back and what he's able to do, and Agent Zero even talked about the revamped defense.
I would definitely say, we got a lot more internal motivation. We got a lot of other things that plays a factor into, the revamp of this defense. And that's, we got new guys like Q and Logan and Rev, and guys like Hook and Dono coming back from injury. And you okay, these are elite talents in the NFL. Any team go without these type of caliber guys, they going to deal with some issues throughout the season. So I think now that Flus, got his guys in there and we worked together, through the bye week, practicing together, and, now got a game under our belt. It's really only up for here. I feel like the energy is there, and everybody excited to be out there. We're challenging ourselves. As great as our offense is, we know what it takes to get to the Super Bowl and get to and win the games we want to win, and that's for the defense to show up to play. So we taking it upon ourselves and challenging ourselves each and every day to bring our best foot.
DeMarvion, you might want to explain that to Jerry Jones, because if they know what it takes to get to the Super Bowl, who's holding them back?
Well,
I mean, he just said he knows how to get there. I'm just wondering.
Well, what do you expect him to say?
Well, I don't expect him to say
honestly, that. He gave about 18 different cliches in there. The one thing that I agree with him, there's only one place to go and up, because when you're last or dead last, and again, we've talked about this, if the offense is doing what we expect the Cowboys offense to do week in and week out, then if that defense is somewhere in the mid-20s or better, then the Cowboys are going to have a shot. And what they can't have is an offensive performance like what you saw against Arizona. That was a no-show. So it doesn't really matter how good the defense would have played against Arizona. If the offense doesn't do their part, the Cowboys are screwed. And it's ridiculous to think that offense has to put up 30, 40 points every game and play near perfect, but they do. And that is Jerry Jones's design of this football team. Let Dak, those receivers, that running back, go score a whole bunch of points. But if they have a turnover here and there, and the defense was able to stop, bend, but not break against the Raiders, I don't know that they'll be able to do that against a quality team like Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And where Philly has an advantage that the Raiders didn't, they have film now on Quentin Williams, and not that they didn't with the Jets,
sure,
but I'm talking about in a Dallas Cowboys uniform and all the news. So they've got that film and they can kind of study that. The Raiders didn't have that luxury. So whether it would have made any difference or not, who knows?
No.
But they didn't have that. The Eagles do. And, their offensive line is pretty good even without Lane Johnson.
Although with no Lane Johnson, that's huge. And then, if the Cowboys turn the ball over on the 15 like they did against the Raiders, that's going to be a touchdown for Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
I mean, they could push it in from there. And the funny thing, you talk about cliches. Listen to Quentin Williams talking about trying to stop the tush push and the revelation that he makes in the process.
It's a cool play that they do, the Eagles do, on second and short or third and short or fourth and short. And that's probably I've never been against it. So
you never played against
it? I've never been against it.
Okay.
So I hope we have a good plan. I know we got a good game plan to be able to stop it and things like that.
Yeah. Hey, the Detroit Lions show it can be stopped. They stopped it, and they stopped it a couple of different times the other night on Sunday Night Football. And so I would assume that Flus is looking at the tape of the Detroit Lions to try and figure out how you can stop that thing.
Flus, huh?
Flus, yeah. Well, I figure DeMarvion, Overshown, Demo, Agent Zero. We had to call them the Dallas nicknames. Yeah, leave the Cowboy moniker of it. The Dallas nicknames.
Here we go.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah, Jonesy will join us at 4:35. We'll get more on that.
Feelings. I wonder why.
I mean, it really is. I just thought it was funny. Quinn was like, yeah, we got I don't know. It's a cool play. I've never seen it. I've never gone against. I have no idea. Next question. You notice he started saying great and said good?
Yep.
Yeah, we got a great night. Man. It's a good play. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to suck. Yeah, it's cool that they do that. It's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to suck because a guy like Williams is going to be on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
You remember it was Jason Kelsey used to talk about that all the time. He was center for the Eagles for a long time. And when they did the tush push, he said, man, I'm just laying there with a mass of humanity on top of me after that thing.
1,500 pounds.
My gosh, that had to be miserable.
Wow.
I mean, it really did. That had to be miserable.
I mean, you think about it and you talk to some of the linemen, offense or defensive linemen, about things that go on in the bottom of those piles. Imagine a slow developing play like the tush push, the crap that is going on at the bottom of that pile as it's slowly unpacked. That's got to be brutal.
That's got to be miserable. I would hate that. I really would.
Yeah. Well, you can almost hear it in Quinton. Yeah, well, I've never got it. We got a great, good plan. Yeah, it's going to suck.
I know the Jets played Philly since they invented the tush push.
Apparently not.
I guess not.
I mean, and if they did, Williams wasn't in there. He said he's never seen it. But he started, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've never gone against it. Next question.
Williams is going to what Williams is going to find out, and I think something that he didn't find out with the New York Jets is the rivalry, the intensity of a game like the Cowboys and the Eagles, or the Cowboys and the Command Skins, or the Cowboys and the Giants. I mean, that kind of rivalry and that kind of emotion that all of those teams can't stand each other. Well, let's face it.
And Jets, Patriots, but I mean, he's been on. Here's the thing that we know. Is he's a seasoned vet. Now, granted, I don't know. While in the NFL, he's played with a quarterback the caliber of Dak Prescott. And there's the cool videos of what Williams was doing on the defensive side and the audio that they were getting from Dak from the sideline. Dak very thrilled to have Williams as a part of this team, but Williams thrilled to be led by a guy like Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak is one of the greatest leaders I've probably ever been around, and I kind of feed off his energy and learn the things from him, how he carries himself, the things he say, the things he do, on coming to work early and things like that. I just try to stick to my routine. I've been doing that routine since probably my third year in the league, when I kind of put everything together, learning from veterans like Morgan Moses and Frank Gore, guys like that who kind of helped me put it. Tyron Smith was one of those guys who helped me put my routine together to come down and getting ready every single day to be able to be effective. So,
no, that's pretty high praise.
I've been here 3 days, man. That dude is awesome.
Yeah, but look, nobody's ever questioned Dak's leadership ability. He's a good leader. He is. He's a good locker room guy, and those guys respect him. There's no question about that. I just want to throw this out to everybody listening right now that hates Jerry Jones. If the Cowboys beat the Eagles this week and that defense looks 100% better, I want to come on these airways on Monday, and I want all of you, whether you're on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, whether you're driving around this beautiful city of San Antonio, and give Jerry Jones his flowers, because he won that trade with Micah Parsons, and it was the best decision that man has ever made.
Now, that's a pretty loaded, bold statement.
I'm just saying.
But it's Thursday. What happens if the Cowboys get trucked by Philly on Sunday?
Well, then you can say Jerry's wrong, which people are going to say anyway.
Look, I mean,
if the sun comes up, it's Jerry's fault.
You can debate whether this was a great trade or not.
It was a great trade.
It's turning out to be a great trade, but we really won't know for another year. This was a trade for next year. It doesn't matter what happens Sunday if you're evaluating the trade. The fact is they flipped a Micah Parsons. They got a Kenny Clark, a Quinnen Williams, and they've got another number 1 first-round pick that they can either use in the draft or trade away for another player. But they still traded away a generational player. But a year from now is when you could really judge that trade. I still think I don't mind the trade. I hate the timing of it. If they would have done that before opening week, they might have even gotten more for a guy like Micah Parsons.
Perhaps. They got a pretty good haul thus far, and they still have a haul to go. Way to go, Jerry. Best thing you ever did was getting rid of that cancer. It was perfect. Cut him right out and send him to Green Bay, Wisconsin. That was outstanding. We got a big football game tonight, and that's why we're at the Anchor Bar right here on 1604. And between Lockhill, Selma, and Military Drive, you know where it is. It's a big shopping center right in here. Come on over and see us. Our friends with Flight by Yingling are going to be here, and they're going to take care of you with prizes, with beer, and who knows what else they're going to have in Beer Santa's pouch today. So come on over here and join us. Big game tonight, Buffalo Bills against the Houston Texans, and that's a pretty good spot to watch it because there will be a lot of folks here, a lot of ravenous fans, that's for sure. We're going to talk about that and an update on Joe Mixon, the Texans running back. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know me, you listen to this show enough, you know the Roo Pub is my go-to spot. Any big game, any big fight, the Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road is the spot with 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. And when you get into the Roo Pub, go hungry because the food, fantastic, all made from scratch. The biggest and best wings in town. I love the fried shrimp over there. About 15 different burgers on the menu, great appetizers. The salads are wonderful, I'm told. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night. And the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Ticket. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National Contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home.
That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the Anchor Bar, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. Our friends from Flight by Yingling giving away stuff.
Yep.
Beer, Kanga coolers, and who knows what else is in Beer Santa's sack.
Yeah.
Dirty minds everywhere. I'm telling you.
Just yours, Ryan Angle. Just yours.
I'm just saying. So come party with us and our friends from Flight by
That
Yingling.
could be a new game. What's in Beer Santa's sack?
You
This
think
massive
he'd want to
tea
play that
bag.
game? I don't know if Beer Santa would want to play that game.
I mean, why not?
Oh.
I mean, think about all the various drinking games that you could apply that to.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness.
So make him spit out his beer.
So if you're curious, head on out here to the Anchor Bar, 1604 and Military. Come on out and see us.
You know what I do know?
What's that?
There's never been a prize that the folks from Yingling have brought out where somebody went in and said, yeah, I don't want this.
Nobody. No, of course not.
Nobody. So whatever's in Beer Santa's sack is going to be something ultimately you want and will use.
I guarantee you, though, they never bring out anything that's not worthy. That is for sure. Very generous is Beer Santa. That's for sure.
Wow. All right, Bills and Texans tonight. Game you can listen to here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, or come watch it with us here at the Anchor Bar. The Bills backers for the San Antonio area, the Houston Texans fan club of San Antonio, all call Anchor Bar home. So it'll be an interesting crowd tonight. In fact, when you walk in, we're right here. Why?
Yeah.
Because people have reserved certain tables. There's plenty of room for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
But they said they come early and they drink a lot. I'm curious, do they jump through tables here?
I would hope so. I would love to see that. Kind of make you feel like you're, at the stadium there in Buffalo watching naked people crash through tables.
Shirtless people. Shirtless people. Half naked. Half naked. And in fact, we might get to a point in the show today. And depending on where we are in the show, we might have Edwin have to rip off his shirt and jump onto the table and crash it. I mean,
Edwin's not big enough to crash anything. I mean, that poor guy, he's skinny. He can't crash anything.
I mean, but yeah, I think
maybe my styrofoam cup.
I think it'd be funny to see him, jump up there on that counter and then dive into a table and see who wins. I think the money would be on the table.
Oh, there's no question.
We'll see. But our good friend Edwin, who's out here with us, come meet Edwin, take a picture.
Absolutely.
He's confused because he tells us he is a massive Milwaukee Brewers fan, and he likes to give you crap because you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
True,
right?
That's very true.
Yet he shows up today in a Cardinals hat.
I know it.
I like you lost a bet.
Well, he didn't. He's a closet Cardinals fan, obviously.
Is that what it is?
That Milwaukee thing is just a front.
Oh, it's a front.
It's a front.
If you're going to front, why would you choose Milwaukee?
That's a damn good question.
All right, but also, how do you wear a Cardinal hat? Now, granted, it's UIW.
It is.
But if I'm a Brewers fan, and he went to UT Arlington, and now he started at UIW, but then he hit the transfer portal.
What's his first love? UIW, obviously.
Well, I thought you were going to say Cardinals, or his first love.
Well, they should be, and they will be. The more time I spend with Edwin, the more convinced he's becoming. So he'll be a Cardinal fan before long. In fact, next time I go to St. Louis, I'll get him a hat.
You won't.
No, I will. I'll get him a hat.
Why do you got to go to St. Louis? I mean, it's Black Friday shopping. You probably get him one for 25% off next week.
Well, I probably can, and I've got about 5 of them at the house. I can just give him one of those.
Yeah.
All different. I'll even let him pick one. Well, there's one I won't let him pick, but the other 4, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Now, you think about, Texans play tonight. Big game against Buffalo, but Ian Rappaport kind of stealing headlines away from the game and more on who's not playing in reporting that Joe Mixon is not expected to play this season. That weird foot injury that nobody knows anything about. He remains on the physically unable to perform list. Now, Joe Mixon is denying the report. Now,
wow.
I mean, all right. Nobody has seen Joe Mixon. Right? Dude's been on a milk carton. And Nick Caserio and his 3-minute answers that don't tell you a damn thing with, even this week. Right? I mean, no update. When a month ago he said that we would have an update in 3 or 4 weeks, and the update was still no update. He said that earlier this week on Sports Radio 610 in Houston. And still, Mixon is nowhere to be found. But you think about drafting Marks and signing Nick Chubb. I'm curious when Nick Caserio, if Ian Rappaport's reporting is true, when did they think, Mixon might not make this team? Because they made some moves, like a Nick Chubb, more on the lines of they didn't expect him, right? I mean, now I'm more curious, when did you kind of know that Mixon wouldn't be available this year?
Look, I think they've known for a long time. That's got to come out eventually, doesn't it? I mean, with all the reporters they have in Houston that cover this team, John McClain has no idea what's going on. He's about as plugged in as anybody. This is the strangest story that I've heard in a long time because you don't know what happened to this guy. All we know is this injury supposedly occurred outside of football. But what is it?
And what is the injury? It's a foot injury. And to this point, I mean, it's November 20th. And reporters, have been trying to get details since the offseason, since the beginning of training camp, when there was first word that there was this injury. And what is it? And not seeing him around the building. And nobody is talking. Nobody is sharing anything. And I know at one point early on in this situation, there were a lot of people, including us, speculating, was it really a foot injury or was it something else? And the fact that nobody is saying anything is odd. And then to see the report today from Ian Rappaport, I don't know anybody saw that and went, oh, man, that's shocking, because they hadn't been around.
No, he hadn't been around. And the fact that – and quite frankly, the Texans could use him to come around. I mean, they could use a Joe Mixon, a healthy one right now. It's just a strange story, and I hope eventually we'll know what happened and why this was all. But Mixon apparently done for the season, although I hadn't seen the report that he's denying that report, huh?
Yeah, well, and again, the idea that he is denying it is somewhat interesting.
Yes.
And again, maybe he is in Houston. Maybe he saw that and, felt like he needed to respond. I just find it odd that, at this point in the season, what was thought to be a 3 to 4 week injury during the regular season has turned into week 10.
Yeah.
And now maybe the entire thing. Now we hear from you. Now it's just bizarre. It will be one of these storylines that you could follow tonight. And with Thursday Night Football crew, I mean, they'll be the only game on tonight. A lot of attention. Maybe there is something there, or we'll get some more clarity being a national TV game. Now, you look at the game itself tonight. The Texans, little under a touchdown favorite. Line was at 6.5. It's moved to 5.5.
Yep.
But one of the Buffalo Bills reporters put out some interesting numbers when it comes to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen playing against the Houston Texans. Houston is a house of horrors for the Bills. They have lost their last 5 games there. Haven't won in Houston since 2006. The Bills have only scored an average of 15.6 points per game, never over 20 during this 5-game stretch. Josh Allen, 0-3. Allen's numbers, he's only averaging 17 points a game. 46% completion percentage, 43 at 93, 479 yards, 1 touchdown, and he's only run for 166 yards on 17 carries in those 3 losses. And the reporter just said, strange. One word in the tweet in throwing out some Josh Allen Buffalo stats while in Houston.
Well, it is strange because of the caliber quarterback that Josh Allen is. And you don't know what team you're getting this year. Right? I mean, you really don't, depending on where they're at. They looked fantastic offensively against the Bucs last week. But the week before that, they get hammered by Carolina.
Yeah.
So you don't know what team you're getting. And on the road, they're not as good this year. They haven't been. So it all bodes well for Houston. But if you just follow the money, again, as Jason mentioned, that line started at 6.5 earlier in the week. It is down to 5.5. And all that tells you is that the money folks in Vegas are betting on the Houston Texans.
And we know the Texans defense is solid. Davis Mills in that offense without Joe Mixon. What will they be able to do against that Buffalo defense, which you can run on, you could throw on. I still kind of think if this game gets into the 20s, it's going to favor Buffalo. If they can keep it in the teens, Houston will have a chance to win. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. But I'm just seeing a tweet from Aaron Wilson. The Texans have waived Dameon Pierce.
Whoa.
I'm not sure, Pledge, and you can maybe help us on this. Who the hell else do they have behind Nick Chubb? If they're waiving Dameon Pierce, I guess they do have a rookie running back,
Marks.
right?
Yeah, Woody Marks.
So
playing well.
Wale.
Yeah, and take the marbles out of your mouth.
You can't say that on the radio,
What did
Pledge.
you just say?
Holy cow. That's hilarious. Just saw this right now. They're elevating Jalen Mills and a Johnny Carter for the Bills game. So there you go. Dameon Pierce has been waived today by the Houston Texans, according to Aaron Wilson. So, and then Ian Rappaport is just backing that up with a tweet of his own. So interesting stuff coming out of Houston. Again, Buffalo's defense is not that good. Houston, if they are going to move the football, should be able to do that tonight. Nico Collins should have a big game tonight, I would assume. If Davis Mills can throw him the football. Sometimes he can, sometimes he can't. The question's going to be, can that vaunted Texans defense shut down what at times is a pretty good Buffalo offense?
Yeah, it should be an interesting, fun game tonight. This should be a good Thursday night football game. Expect it to be a little bit low scoring. I think the over-under is 44.5. I'd lean under. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if this was like 20-16 type, right? But we'll see.
Well, 20-16 then means you ought to bet the Texans if that's what you're thinking.
Well, I'm staying away from this because it also wouldn't surprise me if Josh Allen went nuts tonight. 0-3 and has never played well in that building. Is he due? Well, is he due? And Josh Allen, knowing that they're chasing New England, does he play Superman tonight and just put that team on his back and go nuts like he did a week ago?
Well, and think about that. I think you said the key phrase right there, chasing New England. They lose tonight. You got to figure New England is going to win on Sunday, although you can't take anything for granted. They're playing Cincinnati, who, by the way, just might have Joe Burrow back under center. That is a possibility, which is crazy to me. But he's been practicing. He practiced yesterday, and he's back out there again today. And Joe Flacco's a little bit banged up.
Yep.
Joe Burrow could actually play quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals Sunday against the New England Patriots.
Are you kidding?
That's incredible, is it not?
That really is. He was my first-round draft pick in our fantasy league this year, and I let him go.
And you let him go, and I picked him up. So he's on my bench.
Good. I mean, Justin Herbert's done a crappy job in his place.
I've got the NFL MVP on my team, Drake May. He's there. And against that Cincinnati Bengals defense, I'm going to stick with him, I think, no matter whether Burrow plays or not. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting Sunday, as it always is, but it all starts tonight with the Texans playing host to the Buffalo Bills in a game that both of these teams need, quite frankly. The Texans need to win this thing, too, if they have any hope of trying to catch Indianapolis and make their way into the playoffs. And then Buffalo, as you mentioned, with New England.
No, I think we're burying the lead here. Yeah, Joe Burrow might come back, but, dude, Shedeur Sanders is going to get his first NFL start.
Dude, I don't know. What is the line on that game? I might bet the ranch on whoever the hell Cleveland's playing. Are they playing the Raiders, I think? Although, geez. Never mind. You talk about a bad football game. That could be a disastrous.
Be a great game.
Well, it could be.
You know, cue the Keystone Cops music.
Oh, my gosh.
To go with that, I mean, if Shedeur is going to get the start, and look, I mean, they've already retired his number there after he threw his first interception there in Cleveland. I know the jokes write themselves. I hope Shedeur plays well, honestly. I hope Shedeur, with a full week of practice, first-team reps, can go in there and do something. And like you said, for his first start to be against an opponent, the Raiders, that they should win, I kind of like Cleveland in their defense. Imagine what we all saw what the Cowboys defense did to the Raiders. What would the Cleveland defense do to the Raiders? And they might have to score all the points. Can Shedeur get them into field goal range? I like Cleveland in that.
The problem is Cleveland.
The Raiders are favored by 4.
Cleveland has been horrible on the road. And this game is in Las Vegas. They've been terrible on the road.
Hey, as long as Shedeur's not like CeeDee Lamb and throwing up at the casino at 7:30 in the morning, we're good.
Well, Shedeur Sanders, he might be. That's very possible. I wouldn't put it past him at all to do that. Look, I hope Shedeur has a good game. So the guy has really taken a lot of crap. But a lot of that is self-inflicted too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does. He has had a week to work with the number ones, which is a week longer than he's had the entire season. So maybe it will do him some good. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have to wait till February to see Black Label Society with Zach Sabbath and Dark Chapel at the Boeing Center at Techport. But you don't have to wait to win tickets because we got a pair to give away right now.
That is fantastic. 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. Black Label Society, Zach Sabbath, Dark Chapel, February 27th, Boeing Center at Techport. Caller number
9.
Number 9. There you go. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Good luck to you. You ever heard the saying, the show must go on?
I have.
Well, we've got a live example of said show, even when one of the participants is carried out on a stretcher. We'll tell you about it when we continue live from the Anchor Bar here on 1604. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Taking you home with The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what's funny is driving here this morning, JD turns on his Nerdball Google Talker map thing. Swear to God, it started talking in the Southern slang.
It did.
It really did. I caught it immediately. Now, if y'all are hungry, go up 2 more lights and take a left.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's back. Just in time for the holidays, the UTSA Roadrunners Holiday Auction. Bid on over 100 incredible items, including gift cards, electronics, trips, and much, much more. Imagine doing all your Christmas shopping without the hassle of holiday crowds. Best of all auction proceeds directly benefit the Roadrunners football program. It's a true win-win opportunity. Go to 210cityfans.org and start bidding today. That's 210cityfans.org and Merry Christmas.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Allah location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Allah.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Ian Rappaport, first to report that Texans running back Joe Mixon not expected to rejoin the team this season because of a mystery injury. However, Mixon is denying that report. San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight. They're taking on the Atlanta Hawks inside the Frost Bank Center. Tonight's game wraps up a 5-game homestand. Spurs are still without Wemby, Steph Castle, and Dylan Harper.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We are live at Anchor Bar on 1604, getting ready for, well, a big football game tonight. Houston Texans playing host to the Buffalo Bills. It is going to be wild. Our friends from Flight by Yingling are here, and they're going to be giving away stuff, including probably some free beer. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
And the Anchor Bar, home for the San Antonio Bills backers, also the Houston Texans fan club of San Antonio. So it's going to be a great environment. It's a 4-top. It's going to be a great environment to come watch the game. Now, we're told a lot of the Bills Mafia from San Antonio has actually traveled down I-10 because, you know, their team is close enough to be able to go see. So there's room for you. Come hang out with us here. In fact, a couple of members of the Bills Mafia have just entered the building.
They have.
And my goodness, you'd think they're moving into a college dorm with all the crap that they brought in. They must decorate the place themselves. I mean, you know, they got plastic tubs and all kinds of different things.
Well, they're all fired up. I tell you what, got all their Bills gear on and ready to roll. But I'd first admit it because they told us that the Bills fans would be here loud and proud early on. Oh, we got a blow up. We're about to blow up.
Well, I mean, it's called an inflatable.
Yes.
Nobody wants to hear about his blow up Bill doll.
Well, you never know.
A blow up doll named Bill. What are you looking at? Don't grab him there. All right. That's an odd place to hold it.
It's a Josh Allen blow up doll.
He's a little limp right now. Will he be a little later?
He is a little bit, but once he sees Davis Mills, he'll blow himself up. So,
Davis Mills is going to do that.
Davis Mills.
If you're watching on YouTube,
check that out.
There's the inflatable
Josh Allen.
Hang on, my straw's in a bad spot there. Let me move my. You're watching on YouTube.
Josh might not be too happy with you there, buddy. But so this place is going to transform now. I wonder if the fact that I haven't seen any Houston Texan fans here yet. So the Bills fans get here early enough where they can have the place decorated and done. There's not going to be any room for any Texans paraphernalia.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, and I'm not trying to sound funny. It's a serious question for you Houston Texans fans, right? An inflatable Josh Allen. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's probably one like that you could get for a Dak Prescott. There's, who on Houston is at the status of having their own inflatable?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, and granted, C.J. Stroud, you would think maybe, but if it's not C.J., and again, you can't inflate C.J. tonight because he's not playing. But I'm curious, do the Texans have on their current roster a player that people would buy an inflatable of? And I say that, there was a time where it would have been J.J. Watt. There was a time it would have been Andre Johnson.
Okay.
There was a time, who on that team is at that level of stardom to where fans would pay good money for an inflatable of said player?
Well, I don't think there's anybody yet on that side, right? It would be a C.J. Stroud. I mean, he's the only name that comes to mind.
Now, on our YouTube says there are inflatable Texans players, including an inflatable C.J. Stroud and various team mascots available. Various team, how many mascots do they have? I mean, they got Toro and what? And I guess C.J. Stroud, I mean, it's the NFL. They'll sell anything and everything. But, I could see, generic player with a number 1 on the jersey. Chris Bell is saying Hunter or Will Anderson.
Yeah, Danielle Hunter.
Danielle
Hunter's a transplant.
I mean,
come on.
Well, and Will, have they been there long enough to get inflatable status? Right?
No. Is the answer.
Are they available, or are you just throwing out names of guys that could?
Well, the point is there is nobody.
Yeah, which is kind of odd.
There is nobody.
Like C.J. Stroud after his rookie year, maybe, but the way the last couple of years is, David Macias says to James Pledger. And what about a Dalton Schultz inflatable?
No, please. Please.
Right.
That
I'd rather see Don Harris shirtless.
Yeah.
That was well played, James Pledger. Yeah. That was the most accurate you've ever used that drop.
Not bad.
No, that was good. That was good.
Wow, look at that! Now I'm just seeing. So we're seated right here at the front door.
Yeah, which is a bad place for us because squirrel.
But I think
they're bringing in a keg.
Got their own keg. They're bringing in.
A whole keg of Flight by Yingling just for them. Just
nice.
Rolled in.
Wow.
I didn't know you could do that.
How about that?
I've heard of cool. BYOB places, but I've never seen a bring your own keg.
Well, I guess
the fact from the Anchor Bar went out to the car with a dolly to get it.
Well, I would think, they're Bills fans.
Yeah.
So they must tell, hey, dude, we need a lot of beer.
Yeah.
We're going to be crashing through tables and stuff. And
exactly.
You think that guy crashes through tables?
That guy? Maybe back in his day, but at this point in his life, no. No.
It's going to be a lot of fun over here, I have a feeling. And it's nuts. If you ever wanted to, like me, wanted to go see a Buffalo Bills game in September, just to see the Bills Mafia at work, I think you're going to get a little bit of a version of that tonight here at the Anchor Bar. I believe you are.
I just want to see our Edwin Hafner crashing through a table. He produces in the morning with A.J. Hoffman. At some point, some of that weirdness Buffalo fan has rubbed off onto young Edwin. Impressionable, which is scary that we've teamed him with A.J.
That is.
But at some point, Edwin's going to jump up on that counter, rip off his shirt, and dive through a table or dive on a table.
Well, Edwin, he'll get all liquored up, and he'll do it then. Edwin like this, he's just the juice, the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Edwin's ever had a drink in his life, to be honest with you. So
he's shaking his head no.
No,
we'll get him a Shirley Temple. That'll get him all fired up.
Get it done.
Exactly.
We'll get him one of those non-alcoholic beers.
Yeah. 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 You ever wonder what the point? Exactly.
If I got to pee, I might as well get drunk
You're going to pee regardless.
Well, this is
Let's
true.
do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's headline blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of the Rice Owls football program, but at Rice, we all know they're smart. Right?
They are.
You got to be smart to go to Rice.
Yep.
Just don't let Indy Kalu hear me say that. But Rice, they're smart. And other programs, UTSA, Lisa Campos, we're looking at you. All this talk about let's fill the Alamo Dome for this week's game against East Carolina or the regular season finale next week when Army comes rolling into town. Rice, they're smart. They have figured it out. You know how they're going to get students to the game this week as they take on North Texas, knowing they're going to get beat 78-0? Free beer.
Free beer.
Not a beer, but free beer throughout the entire game.
Now, if you want to get college students to a game, that's the key right there. Free beer. And that's what they're doing. There's a lot of other freebies as well. I think some of the food products are free.
Yeah.
But they want to fill up Rice Stadium for the game against North Texas. And it's a genius idea. The difference between Rice and UTSA, isn't Rice one of those ritzy, rich schools?
I mean, it's expensive to go there.
Yes.
Which means the kids don't have money for beer. They need free beer.
Well, they do. Although I would venture to guess that the kids aren't paying for it. So, the schooling, I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot on scholarship and whatnot, but you think about free beer and there's some free food and T-shirts and whatnot. all free, right? So it to me pretty amazing that they're able to do that.
Well, I think it's cool, and I would assume they're going to have a full house on Saturday. I'll want to tune into that or find it somewhere if it's televised anywhere. I'm not sure. North Texas is still going to kick their ass, but I mean, at least the kids will be drunk and they won't care.
Well, yeah, they're not going to care either way. I mean, but I am curious to see what the attendance looks like if with this promotion, how many took them up on it. Because I can only imagine what the Alamo Dome would look like if they said, hey, kids, free beer. And it's Thanksgiving week. So when do classes get out and all the kids leave? Do they go to class Monday and Tuesday, or are they out all week?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they're out all week, but they're in school now. But it's a Saturday. I mean, maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I wonder if there is something to that where they're saying, you know what? Just to make sure people don't, it's Friday, the weekend is here, and all the kids go home for Thanksgiving, that they say, let's do free beer at the game. Nobody's going to be here anyway, so it won't cost us that much.
Well, I think it's a genius idea, but hey, if it was me and I was planning to go home on Saturday, I'd call and say, hey, Mom, Dad, something came up. I got to study tonight, and I'll be there tomorrow.
You study.
Yeah.
Right. Study.
No, I'd flat out say there's free beer at the game. I'm going.
I mean, let's face it. You and being anywhere in association with academics at Rice. The Bills Mafia guy.
Yeah, look at that.
He's got his inflatable. He's got his flag. Are you going to jump through a table later on? You are not. Have you ever jumped through a table? Will you get young Edwin here to jump through a table? Yeah. So not a true Bills fan, not a true member of the Bills Mafia. He has not passed initiation.
Well, he's a little skinny too. I mean,
yeah,
he's a little skinny because those dudes that jump through the table usually have a pretty good beer belty.
Well, I mean, exactly. Exactly. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be a fun time tonight. Now, the Rice game, again, free beer. UTSA needs to pay attention to that.
I totally agree with that.
Absolutely. And we talk about jumping through tables. That's the star of the show. Generally, you see somebody fall, and it's kind of tragic, and that stops everything. Now, a couple weeks ago, we told you about this story about the guy that was in charge of this beauty pageant, Miss America?
Yeah, in Thailand,
Miss Universe down in Thailand, and he was being rude.
A donkey,
to one of the ladies. Well, the pageant is still going on. They all didn't walk out because they're all still trying to win. Well, Miss Jamaica, and I encourage you to go watch this video for two reasons. But she's, I guess kind of the fancy dress, and she's on the stage and she's modeling, and she turns and she's walking. And apparently she didn't look at the stage beforehand because she walks right off the stage and falls.
That's awful. And I mean, she goes down, bam.
And I laughed my ass off.
She's going to be okay.
Maybe.
No broken bones or anything, but they did carry her out on a stretcher.
But they didn't stop the pageant. No. The other girls were continuing to go while medical attention.
The show has to go on.
Could you imagine in a football game? All right, you got a guy down on the 32, and they're bringing out the stretcher, but the play's still running at the 48-yard line. Just watch out for them over there.
Well, exactly right, and just stay out of the way, and everything will be fine. That's pretty cool. I just want to share this. It's probably a headline Blitz story, but we're going to tell it anyway. C.D. Lamb has corrected the record.
Oh, has he?
He said he was out, but that out after curfew on Sunday night, but he was not throwing up at the Red Rock. And he wanted to set the record straight.
What was he doing in that trash can?
He doesn't say, but he said he wasn't throwing up. He wanted to clear up that rumor. That's according to C.D. Lamb today.
So he was out after curfew. He admitted to that.
Yes.
Was it 7:30 in the morning?
And he admits they were at the Red Rock, away from the team hotel.
Okay.
But he handles himself better than that. That's what he says. That's a direct quote, according to our good buddy Clarence Hill.
All I know is there are cameras everywhere in Las Vegas.
Yes, there are.
And at some point, TMZ is going to find the video of that dude losing his lunch
and now
in the trash can.
Now they're really going to look for it. I promise you they're going to look for it.
Yeah, exactly. Does anybody truly admit when Especially if they don't think anybody has saw him. Dude, I handle myself better than that. I wasn't throwing up.
No, not me.
Nobody admits to that.
I was looking for, I had a ticket in there. I threw away accidentally.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to fish it out of there. So.
Uh-huh.
C.D. Lamb correcting the record. We are at the Anchor Bar, 1604 between Military and Lockhill. Selma, you need to come out here because the Bills Mafia is already starting to show up. Our friends from Flight by Yingling will be here giving away free stuff and most likely free beer. So you want to get down here, point your car in this direction and come see us. Along with the Texans-Bills game tonight, the San Antonio Spurs wrap up a 5-game homestand. They're taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Spurs still banged up and all of that kind of stuff, but can they finish this homestand strong against the Hawks? And could they be traitors at the deadline? That's a question that came up today. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Big Thursday night with the Texans and Bills, plus you've got the Spurs in action. You want to have more fun watching both of those games, make sure you're playing along on Underdog, the best place to get in on all the action and make your picks and win money right now in Texas. You think about for football, all you got to do for any sport, higher or lower on predicted stats. You're looking at Josh Allen tonight, you think about his history in Houston, maybe you want to go with lower. Spurs playing tonight. De'Aaron Fox in the second half that he had last night, points, rebounds, assists, so many different ways to build your pick-em entry. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, it's the holiday season and nothing beats warm coffee, cool mornings, and that festive locker room excitement. It's in the air. Hey, it's Rob, and I'm reminding you that Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has their Black Friday deal, and it's going on now. Choose 3 doggy daycare packages available through December the 5th or until spots run out, and they're running out fast. With over 17,000 square feet of pet partying paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, there's no better place. It's a winter wonderland of fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298 today. Call them now. They're filling up fast for the holidays.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with. Hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto-pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits. Ended balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I'm a good for a Vegas guy for about a 48-hour Vegas guy, and then I got to.
That's the right amount of time.
Yeah, he's aged appropriately.
That's the right amount of time. I'll tell you what, there's a show sounded awesome. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah,
I went in there.
That.
It sounded awesome at first, and then it was not what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I might go there to scout.
You might find me a tight end. I'll say this: there's a run stopper there. I saw a guy in a 3-point stance with both his hands on his hips. I don't know how this happened, but I saw that. Coach.
Oh man,
why were you in there? I told you I wasn't in the wrong place.
I needed the laughter. I needed the laughter today, guys. I appreciate it. Seriously.
Thanks, guys.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We are live at the Anchor Bar, 1604, between Military and Lockhill. Selma, you need to come on out here and enjoy with us, our friends from Flight by Yingling as well. We're getting ready for a big football game tonight. The Buffalo Bills in Houston to battle the Texans. Big game for both of those teams. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Huge game. And the Buffalo Bills Mafia guy, he's a little wound up, I will say.
He is, Ed. And he was telling us about some of the things that the Bills Mafia does. A lot of charity aspects. And he says he gives a pregame speech. And I said, well, we need to hear that on the radio. And he said, no. He said it's got to be in the moment. And it's just for those Bills fans that are here.
Well, can't he maybe go for 2 or 3 weeks back? A speech he gave. He could give us that one.
He said he wanted to come on. Yeah, I'm available for interviews. All right, this is what we want to do. No, I'm not going to do that. You don't know how this works.
No,
so we won't hear from Ed. I can promise you that. But they do a lot of great things, which is cool. And you hear so many cool things about the Bills Mafia raising money for opposing players when necessary. And it's cool that they're here. The Houston Texans fan club of San Antonio also expected to have a good showing here tonight. They'll fill up 1-4 top, and it's going to be a great game. I want to see Texans fans showing up here in their gear. A lot of you give me crap because I make fun of the small Texans fan base, and you say there's more out here than we realize. This is a great way to prove it, a great day to prove it. We're on location more for the Texans than the Bills because, well, I mean, it is Texas. But a location that was chosen because both fan clubs watch games here on a regular basis. So we're going to find out if the Texans fans will show up in droves, as we've been told.
Well, I hope that they do and come and represent a little bit, because the Bills folks will be here. I know that they will be here. So, Houston Texan fan, the challenge is out. And I would assume if you're a Texan fan or a Bills fan, you have a job, you're getting off early today.
Yeah.
You're feeling a little sick or whatever, or you've already made it where you're just working half a day today. So you need to come on out here to Anchor Bar with us and get this party started. I mean, they promise it's going to be wild in here. I want to see it, and I want to see both fan bases going after each other. I don't mean physically. I mean, like, back and forth, and let's hear it. Let's see what happens.
Well, and if there's a pregame speech from the Bills backer dude's vice president, Ed, what do the Texans fans come out and give a speech?
I don't know.
I mean, we've already got an inflatable Josh Allen in here. I mean, the Bills Mafia has taken over Anchor Bar early, so if you're a Texan fan, you got to hurry up. And there's reason, too. A lot of prizes from our friends from Flight by Yingling, samples of Flight by Yingling, and those are always tasty in 12 ounces. So, I mean, you got to get out here and enjoy and have fun. And if you're not making it out and you're listening to the game tonight on 94.1, because you will be able to hear the Texans no matter where you are in South Texas tonight, that broadcast brought to you by Flight by Yingling, getting you ready for a Flight Friday. And my guess is a lot of you are going to, if you're really enjoying tonight's Thursday night game, you might be a little slow tomorrow, maybe taking that day off.
You might truly be sick tomorrow, but that's up to you. And we certainly don't encourage that, Minix and I, but, you do you and have some fun. I'm kind of digging that Josh Allen blow up. You
want one of those, do you?
Well, that Flight by Yingling blow up would look good standing there next to Josh.
Well, that Flight by Yingling blow up that you tried to steal for your yard one day, it was a spinner.
It was a spinner.
It was a spinner.
Josh is not a spinner.
No, Josh is not. He's stationary.
He's stationary.
And the Texans defense hope they can get a stationary Josh Allen tonight.
Well, good luck with that. That's not going to happen.
I am curious, though, tonight when you think about, obviously, Bills Texans will be on just about every TV in here. Will the Anchor Bar put on the Spurs game tonight? Spurs do play the Hawks tonight.
They do.
And that's why you want to be at a place like this, because multiple televisions. Although, kind of like the other night, although Spurs got a nice win over a shorthanded Memphis team, San Antonio, obviously, still shorthanded. Atlanta, also shorthanded. But the Spurs extra incentive, since they own some picks from Atlanta. They want to make sure their suckage continues.
Yes, they do. And they can help their own cause.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing tonight. Again, though, look, Atlanta's a much better team than Memphis coming in here, but they are from the Eastern Conference, which means they suck automatically anyway. Spurs hopefully can win this thing. They wrap up a 5-game homestand. It'd be a nice way to wrap that thing up, get their 11th win of the season. But again, it's going to have to come down to those veteran guys. When you're talking about De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Luke Cornett, guys like that are going to have to step up. And I'm ready to see a guy like Devin Vassell. How long have we been saying this? And I know Devin is a great player. He's a nice guy. But my goodness, the Spurs need a three-point shooter.
Well, and again, I mean, you look at Vassell, a career 36.7% three-point shooter, and it's interesting that, it's November 20th. We are a long way away from the trade deadline, but the Spurs evaluating their bench with these injuries, if you're looking for the glass half full of what's going on, is what do they truly have on their bench and where are their needs? ESPN.com has an article out today about way too early trade scenarios, and the Spurs, you look at the way they've drafted and the move and what they gave up to get a De'Aaron Fox a year ago, would they be in the trade market? They still have a ton of first-round picks, including those from Atlanta. So could they go out and get that sharpshooter that we've all been looking for the last couple of 3 years? Or could they be more sellers at the trade deadline? Because somebody would want a Devin Vassell. Somebody might want a Jeremy Sohan, who his contract is what it is, expiring. They didn't pick up the option. It'll be interesting to see as we get closer to the trade deadline. Are these Spurs more sellers or buyers? And again, they could sell off some pieces and parts without having a fire sale. just to either stockpile, or do they identify this team as, look, we've got a great young core, but we still got assets that we can trade to make this good team even better?
Well, and again, I think with the way they've started, you've got to lean to that scenario, I think, more than just being sellers. Because I think this team, if they continue to play this way, and the record is a good one as we approach the trade deadline, this team lacks a three-point shooter. Julian Champagnie has probably been the best three-point shooter for this basketball team. But if you can get a guy that does that is a sharp shooter, and that's his expertise. Imagine adding a guy like that to this team that obviously has Wemby on the inside. You got a distributor in De'Aaron Fox. You've got the pieces that are there. You add in a shooter to make defenses have to respect that on the outside. It's going to be a dangerous basketball team.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they already are. So, again, they've got the ability at the deadline, and we know the Spurs will be very methodical about their moves, right? And whoever they bring in, if all of us can identify what their needs are, don't you think the Spurs have done that and probably pinpointed some players that aren't on our radar that they think would be good fits? You mentioned Julian. I don't know that Julian would start on many other quality NBA teams, maybe teams that aren't going anywhere, but when he first got here, he wasn't a starter, but he's developed into that role in a lot of ways like Bruce Bowen did. I mean, Bruce Bowen had no NBA career until he found a spot in San Antonio. Julian is a lot like that as far as his path to the NBA and the starting lineup. And you're right, one of the core guys for the San Antonio Spurs.
No, absolutely. Now, on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, go there, like and subscribe if you would. Fred Villarreal says the best three-point shooter has been Harrison Barnes. Hard to argue that. Yeah. I mean, he's been hot, but they just don't have a guy that is that guy. And to make people respect, because I'm not sure that the defense is going to say, hey, we got to stop Harrison Barnes from shooting threes. I'm not sure if we're at that point yet. Maybe we are, maybe not, and even a Champagnie. But I just think that if you had a guy that's what he did, that's his expertise, to make that defense think about that a little bit, it opens up everything for everybody else.
Well, and again, with a guy like Wemby, and now with De'Aaron Fox, and when those two are on the court together, one of the things that I found interesting in this ESPN article is, according to Genius IQ tracking, only 3 teams have faced zone defense on more possessions than the San Antonio Spurs. And I think a part of that is they're looking around at what the Spurs can do and what's the best way to defend, because that three-point threat isn't there. You can get away with going zone defensively, and then that provides the extra help where needed.
There you go. I mean, that's a good example. I'm glad you found that. That's for sure. Spurs Hawks tonight inside the Frostbank Center wraps up a 5-game homestand for your San Antonio Spurs, and a good chance to get their 11th win of the season, and well, maybe help out their draft prospects in the meantime. We'll talk more Spurs as we continue here on the Blitz, live from Anchor Bar, getting ready for the Texans and the Bills. Bills Mafia, Flight by Yingling, all of that. It's all set up for some big drama. So you need to get down here and party with us. It's Thursday. Goodness sake, start your weekend early with us here on the Blitz. When we return, we'll talk a little NFL football, including the Bills and the Texans. But what about Aaron Rodgers? Is he going to play this week? How about Joe Burrow? Will he play this week? Questions all around. We'll answer them when we continue on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing, however, before we go away. Love talking about Stevens Roofing, family-owned company, a local company, mind you, that's been in business here since 1983. 1983, that is incredible. You know they're doing it right. You just don't last that long if you're not. So they are certainly doing that. And they are experts at roofing problems, whether it's a whole new roof or just a minor problem with your roof. Stevens Roofing can handle that. And they've branched off into solar. If you've been thinking about adding solar panels to your home, Stevens Roofing and Solar is a company to call. 210-785-0994. Give them a call. Tell them what you want to do. Or maybe they'll come out and they'll say, hey, we can do this, 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 and this. It's going to be perfect for you. Start out small. Add whatever it is you want to do. Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company for you. They also want to come out and inspect your house, inspect your roof. Make sure that everything is okay before we get into the bad weather scenario like we're supposed to have this weekend. You want to make sure your roof can handle that. Stevens Roofing and Solar will send out an experienced crew. They'll check your roof for free. They'll make sure it's sealed, secure, energy efficient, all of that kind of good stuff. They want to make sure you're protected. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, how about them Cowboys? Inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Fans, this game's for you. UTSA is celebrating all the fantastic Roadrunners supporters at our Fansgiving game this Saturday, November 22nd, as UTSA football plays host to East Carolina at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA versus East Carolina this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form, and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With a Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach & Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh.
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Just Pots. Pregame at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, Jason, I didn't think it was possible. We have our first Texan fan sighting here at Anchor Bar, 1604 between Lockhill, Selma, and Military. But a Texan fan just walked into this fine establishment.
Has on his jersey, his hat, and what was interesting is he's walking in, and a Bills fan in his jersey and hat and carrying stuff was walking in, and the Texans fan held the door open. The Bills fan walked in first, and then the Texans fan solo walks right in.
Now I wonder, had that it been in reverse, would the Bills fan have held the door open for the Texan fan?
I think pregame pleasantries are fine.
You think so?
The Bills fan was carrying stuff, so that makes sense. But there's a Texans fan, and he walked in alone. He needs friends. So if you're a Houston Texans fan, you got one here. You won't be alone now. But that guy's going to go sit at a table by himself for now, which he might actually want. But he's here. So come on out here to the Anchor Bar on 1604. Huge watch party Thursday night football with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And, of course, the game tonight right here on 94.1 as well. If you're not here and you're driving around, listen to the Texans on 94.1, brought to you by Flight by Yingling. So much going on this Thursday here at the Anchor Bar. So many people, and we're right by the front door.
When you
walk in, I mean, we're the greeters,
which is kind of cool.
We won't set you at a table.
No.
Edwin might, but you know, come on in, say hello.
All right, now where we're sitting, and again, as Menix mentioned, we're right by the front door, which is glass. So I'm looking outside to my right, and there is a Texan fan bringing in a big H.
Yeah.
A big blue H.
Yeah.
So they're coming in to represent. He's got a truck outside, Menix.
Yeah.
It's got a Texans logo there plastered on the back windshield.
You realize that's the same guy?
It is?
That just walked in.
Oh, that's the solo dude?
That's the same guy.
Well, I was thinking he had friends.
No, same dude.
Is he the vice president of the Texans fan club?
He didn't introduce himself as
that's
such.
who we were talking to with the Buffalo Bills.
Of the vice president of the Bills backers, Ed. I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's about to get lit, as the kids say.
Oh, 6-7.
In here. It's about to get fun, I'm telling you. Can't wait for that. It should be I don't know if it's going to be a good football game or not. I think it could be. It's got oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Yeah, here's a Texan fan right here.
Yeah,
who just walked in.
Exactly.
We got to be careful what we wish for.
Yeah, there's two now. There's two. See, and I got a feeling that one, Ben, was sitting in his car waiting for somebody else to show up because he's normally at the table alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll go find a new friend.
He's got a new friend. Yeah, I feel sorry for that guy. Ben's going to talk his head off. Are you kidding me? No, it's good to see Ben.
Real quick, I'm about to retweet this photo. You worked in TV for 25 years at Ken's TV.
Yes.
I just saw a video the Atlanta Falcons posted on their Twitter. 8 years ago today, the MARTA bus pulled up to the Georgia Dome. And so you can say all the TV cameras are set up across the street safe as they were ready to implode their old stadium. And right as everything was starting, a bus, the MARTA bus, which would be like a VIA bus, pulls up and stops. And then you could barely see like the building going away, and then the bus leaves, the building is gone, right? In TV, what would your Marcus Floyd?
He would have gone
lose his mind.
Berserk. Marcus Floyd would have been banging on that bus's windshield and breaking things and probably dragging that bus driver out and getting in there and moving the bus himself. I guarantee you that's just unbelievable. Because at that point in time, what are you going to do? I mean, maybe you try to grab your camera and go, but if you're hooked up to a live shot, that's just a disaster. My gosh!
I could only imagine.
Wow. Well, that happens. Jason Minix, at Jason Minix on Twitter, he's going to send that out so you can see what we're talking about.
Apparently, it was 8 years ago. I don't recall seeing that, but that's funny as hell.
It is.
It is funny as hell. You think about Marcus, you think about Adam over at KSAT, and again, the bus pulls up. What do? You miss the entire shot. Which this is actually funnier than watching the building go away.
You got the smoke, so you know what happened.
Yeah,
and then the bus
leaves and the building's gone.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine trying to explain that to a news director? I don't know what you do.
Well, and understanding how these things work, they were told to set up and stage in a specific area, but they didn't close the road, so they missed everything. You're fired. Although this is a funnier video. This might be one of the greatest news videos I've ever seen.
It's funny now because, we are not going to get our asses chewed for not getting the shot. But
you would have blamed Marcus.
Well, I would have. Of course, I'd thrown Marcus right under that bus. So, hey, this is where Marcus wanted to stand. I tried to talk him out of it, but.
Well, and I am curious, though, because as you watch the video, there are people on the other side of the street just, watching and all taking photos. They got great videos of it with no bus. Well, so that one TV cameraman really screwed up.
The TV station be trying to find those people to get video of that thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Marcus would have gone berserk. I'm telling you, the guy would have, he'd have lost his mind.
So Texans and Bills tonight. Joe Mixon, according to reports, done for the season. Ian Rappaport early this morning puts that out. And whatever he's dealing with, it's said to be a foot injury, but done for the season. Joe Mixon on Twitter says that ain't true. I don't know what to believe, but, Joe Mixon has been on a milk carton since the summer.
Well, I'm just happy to know that Joe Mixon is still among the living. I haven't heard anything from this guy. Nothing. He hasn't been around the facility there in Houston that anybody's seen him. And so I'm just glad to know that he's still breathing, and that's a good thing. So if it's not true, I wish he would come out and tell us what is true. If Rappaport is wrong, then Joe Mixon, find a microphone and a camera and tell us what is true instead of just denying the report. What does that mean?
Well, Joe Mixon on Twitter. Now, I get everyone's looking for splash news and clickbait, but I'm just curious, Ian, how do you know more about me than me?
Well, nobody knows anything about you, Joe, at the moment, because you've been underground, for goodness sake.
I'm just. You look at this whole Joe Mixon story, and it is the greatest mystery of the 2025 NFL season,
without a doubt.
And with all the reporters, whether in Houston or the national reporters, what happened? What's the injury? Where have you been? Not even really seen around the building. Nick Caserio with his word salad answers that tell you nothing because he knows nothing. Although if earlier this week, Nick Caserio said a month ago that he might have an update in 3 or 4 weeks, and his BS answer this week was still nothing and no word and no timetable. And then Ian Rappaport comes out with that, and at least somebody tweeted from Joe Mixon's account. Well, really? I didn't know that. How do you know? Dude, it is a mystery because a foot injury being this well protected, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's something else. It just feels like there is a lot more to it than this foot injury.
Well, there has to be, does there not? I mean, apparently whatever injury he had that's kept him out all season long, it happened away from the football field. So no, Casario's got to know what it is.
Well, I mean,
D'Amico Ryans has got to know what happened to this guy, and they're sworn to secrecy.
But as tight-lipped as they are, if it's a foot, it's a foot, right?
Sure.
And I imagine there are a lot of Texans fans out there, including one James Pledger, that would offer up their foot if that's what it took to get Joe Mixon back out on the field. So it is. I mean, it's a foot injury. I mean, we get more details about a guy losing his fingers in a fireworks explosion than this mysterious foot injury, which has led to a lot of people speculating, is it something much more than that? If it's a foot injury, you could explain that away pretty simply, right? It's just bizarre. I mean,
either that is a very stupid reason that he got the foot injury. I mean, it's got to be something like that, right?
And again, stupid is stupid.
Well, it is. I mean, C.D. Lamb comes out today and said, "No, I wasn't throwing up in a trash can at Red Rock Casino.
I was there, but not throwing up in a trash can.
And we missed curfew. All of that's true,
but not throwing up.
That part about throwing up in the trash can is not true at all. So
I'm a man. I can handle myself better than that.
Exactly,
dude, it's
right.
Vegas. Vegas has beaten a lot of people that consider themselves pros.
Right.
Vegas wins.
Vegas always wins. It just bizarre in this whole Joe Mixon thing. And Pledge has got what theme song is that?
It was X-Files. I changed it to Unsolved Mysteries.
Dateline or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of those things.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes.
Well,
now,
this would be appropriate.
Well, I mean, to this point, although maybe the report from Ian Rappaport will motivate Joe Mixon to get out on the field. I would like to see him walk around to make sure he still has 2 feet.
Damn, Minix. I mean, if this is all it takes, hell, Rappaport should have come out with a report, I don't know, 2 months ago.
Again, Ian Rappaport, you trust the reporting, right?
You do.
Somebody finally said something that was newsworthy other than the word salad from Nick Caserio.
Well, this is very similar, and it's being pointed out to us on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. It very Trayvon Diggs-like, right, with the injury. So keeping this, although this seems to be much more serious.
Although with Trayvon, it was a concussion and some sort of accident at home. Details outside of that, we don't know, right? If Joe Mixon slipped at his pool and hurt his foot, cool. Stepped on a piece of glass. Cool.
We would have heard about that. You would think.
Was, I don't know, skydiving. Not cool, but cool. At least you know, idiot. But it's just weird how well protected he has been in this situation.
Wasn't it Ben Roethlisberger who got in a motorcycle accident? Hurt himself, remember that, with Pittsburgh, and everybody was calling him a moron at the time.
I mean, I don't remember that, but yeah, it sounds about right. I mean, there were a couple of things with Ben Roethlisberger that you label idiot or whatever on, but guys have gotten hurt doing odd things before, things that could void their contract, and they try to hide it, but eventually everybody finds out.
Eventually they do. So props to Joe Mixon and his team for keeping this as quiet as they have. And if Caserio and D'Amico Ryans know about it, now I can see D'Amico Ryans knowing about it. He seems like a guy that's not going to kiss and tell. You know what I mean? He's just not going to do that. Nick Caserio, on the other hand, he's got sources. He's got friends in the media he would have slipped something to, especially if it benefited him in some way, shape, or form.
Well, and the question, though, if Ian Rappaport is accurate, and quite frankly, Joe Mixon has been out a lot longer than anticipated. Remember, he just went on the initial IR, the 4-week one.
Yeah.
But the way they signed Chubb and drafting a running back, when did Nick Caserio and the front office know that he likely wasn't going to play at all this season. And why the charade if that's the case, right? I mean, this could have been, hey, here's the injury and done for the year, and all right, move on without him. And now it's not even a story. And quite frankly, I haven't even thought about Joe Mixon in, I don't know, I forgot about the guy, right? You know, when is he coming back? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's like when you get him, it's a bonus. And I'm guessing a lot of Texans fans kind of feel that way because it is so secretive, hell, almost Spur-like in their secretive nature of what's going on with an injury.
Yeah, but even the Spurs, I think we would know something by now. Somebody would leak something to somebody, and I don't know. This is just a crazy story. It really is. It's going to get crazy in here inside the Anchor Bar because the Bills Mafia is rolling around here, so you know things are going to get nuts. We have spotted a couple of Houston Texan fans that have walked into the Anchor Bar as well. We're only waiting for you. There's even a guy up here with a Spurs jersey on.
Yep.
So we've got it all covered here at the Anchor Bar, 1604 between Military and Lockhill, Selma. Come on out and party with us, our friends from Flight by Yingling. And we're having a good time out here. It's time to start the weekend. Do it a day early. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We have a you just lost a listener email.
Oh,
the
no.
comments are, what the F is your show? Your snickering minions and yourself are terrible at comedy. Whatever you people get paid to do this is too much.
You just lost a listener.
Sounds like the same PD we lost about 5 weeks ago.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. And why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMD, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Allah location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Allah.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Every morning, we rise and shine. Make breakfast and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Houston Texans are in prime time tonight. They're at home playing host to the Buffalo Bills. Davis Mills will get his third consecutive start for the Texans. C.J. Stroud still in concussion protocol. Defensive back Jalen Petrie will also miss tonight's game. You can catch the game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6:30. Spurs return to action tonight, taking on the Atlanta Hawks inside the Frost Bank Center, looking for win number 11.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylow.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 between Military and Lockhill, Selma. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. So happy to have you along with us. It'd be a lot better, though, if you were here in person with us at the Anchor Bar. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. Big football game tonight that everybody's getting excited about.
You know, the Bills Mafia will be in full force here in a bit, but I'm impressed with those that have showed up this early to get a table. And even the Texans group, you're starting to see them come in a little bit more. They're trickling in. We need to see more Texans fans here. I got to be honest. It's the Bills and it's the Houston Texans. I'm all Texans tonight. You root for the great state of Texas. A lot of red, white, and blue, too, which I appreciate. Although I believe Houston is going battle red for their game tonight. But I do want to see, just on a personal, more Texans fans in here than Buffalo fans.
Yeah, I do too, and that's the way it should be, right? Although, I don't know, Buffalo, the Bills Mafia, this Bills club that they have going on here, they represent, and they come out. This guy, the president of this, was just over here talking to us. He drives in from Austin to the Anchor Bar here for every Bills game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I guess Austin doesn't have a club, so he drives in. And what they're telling us is that about 150 people that normally would be at this party are actually in Houston to go to the game tonight in person. Although the Houston Texans, and I'm not making fun of them, but I am. I didn't realize this earlier, but I've seen enough people tweet about this that it must be real. Because, you know, sometimes when you see things on the internet, you got to make sure.
Sure.
We know that they claimed Damone Clark off of waivers. Cowboys waived him, and he got picked up by the Houston Texans. On the Houston Texans official Twitter, they got the nice little graphic, welcome Damone Clark, right? And it says, we have claimed Clark off waivers from the Dallas Cowboys. And they got a picture of Ryan Flournoy.
Oh.
And it's still there a day later.
That's
a way to make your new guy feel welcome.
Absolutely. Way to go, Texans.
I mean,
brilliant. You can't explain it. It's like somebody in their PR department or social media department is in trouble right now. Although they haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
And there's got to be comments all over the place there that dude, you got the wrong picture up.
And I'm looking at this. This has been up wrong for 23 hours. And a vast majority of the comments are pointing out that you got the wrong guy on there.
Pledge, you ought to be ashamed, man. I mean, embarrassed.
I didn't post it.
Well, I know, but you're a Texan fan, and they represent all of you.
Well, I'm just saying.
I have no control over their Twitter page, Joe.
Yeah.
But you can call somebody and say, hey.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, get Vandermeer on the phone.
Somebody. Let's go. Let's do something.
Yeah, it is comical. It is comical.
Very comical.
Although they could use a Ryan Flournoy, too. He's proven to be a solid receiver, which will make Jonathan Mingo, that trade, look even dumber.
Yes.
for a fourth-round pick. And again, roster moves for the Cowboys. Stephen Jones will join us coming up in about 20 minutes or so, give or take. He was only an hour late last week, so we'll say 20,
you never know.
20 minutes or so. Stephen Jones will join us here. And after that win over Las Vegas, the feeling of hope going into this week's game against Philadelphia has got to be much higher for that Cowboys organization.
Well, not only that, Jason, but they've got to feel really good about the moves that they've made. I mean, let's face it. When you go out and you make the trade for Micah Parsons that everybody hammered him for, just about everybody. I praised that move. I thought it was great. But it's turning out to be a pretty damn good move with Kenny Clark. Now you've got Quinnen Williams. I mean, that defense up and Osio Digizua, I mean, that front line defensively is pretty damn good, pretty solid. And I would say I would stack that lineup against just about everybody in the NFL.
I agree with you on paper. I want to see them do that against Philadelphia.
Well, I agree with that.
Again, I hope what we didn't see against the Raiders is fool's gold because it was the Raiders. But they looked impressive. And I don't care who they were playing. There were some things that you could just watch and say, okay, were they in the right spots? Did they seemingly be in the right spots? Because we don't know what the right spots are on a particular play. But it didn't feel like there were a lot of busted coverages or missed assignments. Didn't look like there were communication issues, which, again, you look at Quinnen Williams, his relationship with the defensive line coach. So some of that terminology is either the same or extremely similar. And a veteran guy, it won't take him long to pick some things up. Kenny Clark played a lot better having a guy like Quinnen Williams next to him versus a guy like, I don't know, Mozzie Smith.
Yes, without a doubt.
And so, you know, high tide, all boats rise, and you kind of felt that with the additions that you had with that Cowboys defense, again, against the Raiders.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Look, the Eagles have not been running the football well, but you know they're going to want to try and get Saquon Barkley going. Will that Dallas run defense, will it show up against Barkley? And then you've got to worry about Jalen Hurts as well. Him taking off out of the pocket and killing you with his legs. So we'll see. And you're right. It is. I want to see, especially over the next 3 games, because they do have the Eagles, they have the Chiefs, and then they've got to go to Detroit to play the Lions in that souped-up offense. So a lot to see. After these 3 games, we'll certainly know a lot more about the Dallas Cowboys and how that happened. I know we're going to talk a lot of football, but I saw something that just scares the hell out of me, Jason.
Uh-oh.
Remember, I mean, it's well known around these parts, my interaction with Jelly Roll in the bathroom in New Orleans.
Oh, God.
And so I just got an update from TMZ, and Jelly Roll has shaved his beard.
On his face?
On his face. Okay. He says the first time he's done away with facial hair in a decade. So he's had the beard for – but I look at him, and the dude looks like I don't recognize him. He's lost about 500 pounds, it looks like.
Well, not 500, but close to. He's lost more than 200 on the shot. Where's the beardless picture?
Let's see here. It was on this one here, but I don't know where it went.
Left. All right.
Hold on. Jelly Roll says he pooped his pants once on stage. Things you learn it on TMZ. It's amazing.
I mean, the good news is, depending on where you were to run into Jelly Roll, you still might recognize him, and it has nothing to do with facial hair.
I don't know if I would now or not. Honestly.
Again, it has nothing to do with facial hair.
Well, he was fat back then, and so there wasn't much to see. There was a lot of rolls going on at that point in time. I was saying. I don't know where the beard is.
All right, squirrel.
It's irritating me now. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see what's going on.
Just Google image. It'll be a lot easier.
I'll do that. I'm just saying. Right, so it's kind of scary. The dude's lost a lot of weight. Oh, it's a little
okay.
A little frightening. I won't lie to you.
Joe Reinick.
Hey, we're at the Anchor Bar. That's where we are. There's a lot of guys with beards here, some without. Some more Buffalo Bill fans entering the building here. That's why we're here. Texans taking on the Buffalo Bills in Houston. Our friends from Flight by Yingling are here as well. And I saw a Flight by Yingling girl. And she had some things in her hand that she was giving to patrons at the bar. Samples. Yes.
Samples.
She was doing that.
Ice cold.
So there are samples to be had from a very nice-looking Flight by Yingling person. And so you need to get down here to the Anchor Bar. Come see us, party with us. Start your weekend. You can do it now, do it early, and let's get this show underway, all right? When we come back, again, Stephen Jones is going to join us here at the bottom of the hour or thereabouts. So let's talk a little Spurs basketball and talk about what they've got to do tonight to get that 11th win. Can they get it done against the Atlanta Hawks and help themselves out in the process? Remember, they've got Atlanta's first-round draft pick, so the worse Atlanta does, the better for the San Antonio Spurs. We're live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 between Military and Lockhill, Selma. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Spurs, Hawks tonight, also Bills, Texans. Make sure you're having more fun watching these games by playing on Underdog, the best place for you to get in on all the action. Make your picks and win cash right here in the great state of Texas. And it's easy to do. Higher or lower on stats. You just have to make that pick. And it's stats like passing yards. Right now I'm looking at Underdog, and they've got Josh Allen at 226.5 passing yards tonight. Would you go higher or lower? James Cook at 78.5 rushing yards against that Texans defense. One of Joe's favorite players, Dalton Schultz, 39.5 receiving yards. Again, higher or lower. Make your selections. When you feel good about them, you make your pick 'em entry, get all your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim B.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's finally Friday on the Morning Huddle. We've got Spurs, Hawks to talk, as well as Texans versus Bills, plus a full weekend of football to look forward to. Don't be late. We'll get started at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Getting all excited about a big game tonight. Texans playing host to the Buffalo Bills. We're at the Anchor Bar on 1604, big shopping center. What's the name of the shopping center, Minix?
It says right there on that sign, the Ridge.
Oh, the Ridge. Now I can see it. I got a pole in front of me.
Of course you do.
That.
What else is new?
So get on down here and join us because we really have some Texan fans showing up. We got some Buffalo Bills and the Mafia and their club. They're all showing up. It's going to be a great time down here. Our friends from Flight by Yingling are here as well. And so we're going to have some stuff to give away. And I can't wait for 6 o'clock because there'll be cold beer in our future.
Absolutely, there will be. And then a great football game and a great basketball game. A reminder, Stephen Jones will join us in about 10 minutes. And don't forget, Brian Schottenheimer on with the Morning Huddle tomorrow morning, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. It'll be interesting to see and listen to Shoddy tomorrow following that win and then leading into the Eagles game. I mean, he is so good on the radio. Very just personable.
Yeah. No doubt about it. And a funny guy. I mean, he can be pretty funny as well. So,
I mean, if A.J. Hoffman will talk with that dude about the Thunder from Down Under, you got to figure he's got some good questions about CeeDee Lamb throwing up or not throwing up in a trash can at 7 o'clock in the morning at a casino, which CeeDee denies.
He does. He confirms everything else. He was at Red Rock. He missed curfew, but that whole throwing up in a trash can, that's BS. That did not happen. Pledge just said something pretty interesting when it comes to the NBA, Minix, and again, the Spurs play tonight, but the NBA, it says, has generated more than 30 billion views on social media this season, the most ever through the first month of a season. Now, I look at that, and I go back to the comments Adam Silver made, remember, that said that the NBA is a highlight league.
Yep.
And now, while that has to be good, I'm sure, and they're making money from social media or whatever the case is, I'm sure that's good and it's a nice headline. But what does that do for your TV product? Do they go hand in hand?
Well, it is interesting, and I don't know the answer because they didn't get into how TV ratings are doing at this point. They're celebrating what they're getting on social, but it does feel like. And who knows if TV ratings are up across the board. Part of it, they're on so many different platforms now,
right?
And different services, and it's still football season. I would imagine tonight a lot of people will choose whether they're going to watch football or basketball if they're at their house, or they're going to flip back and forth. And flipping back and forth, as long as you're good at your home watching it, but it's how long are you watching, and if you've got a Nielsen box, are you watching long enough for your minutes to actually count in the ratings? The one thing that you do know with social media is those measurements are true, accurate numbers. And with Nielsen, it is, all right, we have this, and then we multiply it by that, and they come up with this number, which isn't accurate. It's something that, even you look at radio ratings and quarter hours, and TV is the same way. But then they take what they have and then they multiply that out by how many people are in your viewing or listening area. And it's such an inexact science. I think everybody in the business knows it's a bunch of crap, but it's also the measuring service that we all use. I've often wondered, the way technology is, why can't they set up deals at major intersections and just kind of measure who's listening to what? And with streaming television, those are accurate numbers. If you've got YouTube TV versus, say, DirecTV and or Spectrum or whatever, those are guesstimations. There's a science behind it, but it's still a guess, where you could see X number of people watch this video on this platform.
Well, it is interesting, and somebody mentioned on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page about the storylines, or the comments on that particular tweet about storylines. There have been a lot when you're talking about Luka Doncic, Wemby, LeBron James not playing and finally getting back. So there are some things to follow and some things to catch your attention on social media, and apparently it's working. And that's a good thing. Stephen Jones set to join us here on the Blitz after this break. We're live at the Anchor Bar here at 1604 and Military Highway. But before we go, Jason, we're going to gift someone a pair of tickets to go see the Growlers North American Tour 2026, April 2nd at the Aztec Theater. And again, if you don't win tickets here, you can always get them at livenation.com. Caller number
17
for old Josh Allen over there. Caller number 17, 210-656-3776, 656 ESPN. Good luck to caller 17. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what's funny is driving here this morning, JD turns on his Nerdball Google Talker map thing. I swear to God, it started talking in the southern slang.
It did.
It really did. I caught it immediately. Now, if y'all are hungry, go up 2 more lights and take a left.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry. You called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Fans, this game's for you. UTSA is celebrating all the fantastic Roadrunners supporters at our Fansgiving game this Saturday, November 22nd, as UTSA football plays host to East Carolina at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA versus East Carolina this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Thanksgiving season is the best. That's right, Mr. Turkey. Everyone loves this time of year, just like Connecticut water softener customers love their Connecticut. Definitely. A Connecticut water softener is the best in the business. Yes, it does keep your feathers soft. Yes, your waddle smooth. And your wings, nah, those things are pretty useless. Connecticut is a much different water softener compared to the other brands. There's no computer, nothing to plug in, and it runs on kinetic energy. You said it.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
Mr. Turkey, you're pretty calm considering, you know. Well, on Thanksgiving, we eat turkey.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy.
Hey, it's Rob at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits Black Friday. There's deals happening now. Choose 3 doggy daycare packages that you cannot beat, but only through December 5th, so you better call right now. Your pub's holidays start here, start now. Call them. 210-750-1298 today.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Just Pots. Pregame at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 in Military. Come on out and see us. Celebrating a big game with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Texans playing host to the Buffalo Bills tonight on Thursday Night Football. This is the Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
We want you to come hang out with us here at the Anchor Bar and watch the game. Although if you're not here and you're driving around tonight, you can listen to the broadcast tonight here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And then a lot of us are looking forward to Sunday, Cowboys and Eagles. Let's talk about it with Stephen Jones, who joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Stephen, before we talk about this Sunday, Monday night against the Raiders, just how nice was it for you guys to get out there, play some football, and dominate the way you did?
Well, it was great. It was obviously a challenging bye week with all the things we had going on there, and people going through a lot. But I think we responded in a great way, and I think the players felt like be the greatest way to honor Marshawn would be to go out and play at a high level, and they were able to get that done, and obviously get a big win for us and keep us in the mix.
Stephen, when you bring in a couple of new guys, too, like Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson, do you ever really, truly know how they're going to mesh with the other guys on the field until they get out there on the field? And obviously they did very well.
Well, obviously you don't make the trade unless you got some feel that it should go well. And or you don't pull the trigger. We'd obviously done a lot of homework on both of them, and obviously have great files on them from when they came out of college, but also, do the research when we're looking at it. But, it couldn't have gone better. They obviously stepped right in along with, I think half our defense was, hadn't been out there in 4 or 5 weeks, if at all. And when you take our 2 safeties and you take Overshone and Revel, and we had a lot of new faces out there, but the great news is they're all, high-level type players that were able to really, I think, make a difference. And I thought our defense took a step forward in terms of getting to where we need to be if we're going to, challenge for a playoff spot and challenge to, accomplish our goals.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz. And defensively, I agree, man. They look really, really good. I was glad to see the offense get back on track. Now, obviously, CD and George Pickens, the soft benching in the on that first series. CD did admit that he was out late at a casino, denied that he was thrown up in a trash can. Although I'm starting to wonder, half jokingly, Stephen, if you get that kind of performance after a night out in Vegas, do we need to encourage that?
Well, Jerry and I hadn't heard the story, so that's the first I've heard of CD's explanation of why he had to be disciplined. But I just knew he was obviously a little late the night or the morning before. So, but in all seriousness, we did walk in and see George and CD there. Jerry and I did, and they were cutting up. And we said something similar to that. They said, "Hey, I don't know what y'all were doing, but we want to send the rest of the team with you next time we come here."
Well, a lot of us have had late nights.
Those two played pretty good.
Yeah, I would say a lot of us have had late nights in Vegas, so we won't hold that against those guys, and they certainly played well. You got the Philadelphia Eagles coming in, Stephen, and obviously just that said, it's going to be a huge game. Division rival. The Eagles are 8-2. They're leading the division, and I'm sure you and Jerry are anxious to see how the new additions and the guys that are coming back perform against the caliber of football team like Philadelphia.
Well, first of all, let's start there. The defending world champions. So hats off to them for that. And then, right now they're playing as good a football as anybody. I know, you get held to a high standard when you're, coming off being the Super Bowl champ and you're 8-2, and everybody wants to, be a little critical. We've been through that before, where you're, everybody's looking at you through a microscope. But they've got a great football team. We're going to have a tremendous challenge, and but I think at the same time our team, wants this. They want to go out there and execute and do the things that it takes, and we all know how important this, a win would be here. And we put ourselves behind the 8 ball early in the season, and now we don't have a lot of room for errors. So we need to go out there and play our best football, execute, and give ourselves an opportunity to get a big win here.
And again, not to look past the Eagles, but such a quick turnaround with the Chiefs coming in on Thanksgiving. And obviously the Dallas Cowboys have a long history of knowing how to handle the stretch like this, but it is the first for Brian Schottenheimer as head coach. How much do you guys talk to him about what this stretch is, playing Sunday and then turning around on Thanksgiving?
Well, Brian's been around too, so he understands it. We've got great resources in the building. A lot of people, have been through these type of stretches, and, he embraces it, looks forward to it. And I know we had a great day of practice today, and we need to have a great week, and I think we will. But we're as healthy as we've been in a long time, and just look forward to this challenge. And the great news is it's going to be at AT&T Stadium in front of our fans, and they're just amazing fans. And if we can go out there and make some plays early, I expect AT&T Stadium to be electric.
It certainly will be. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, always appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys. Great being on.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. And I do think one of the things that he said there that is probably the most thing to underline, the healthiest this team has been in a long time, and especially on the defensive side of the football.
Well, and that's obviously good. This is a perfect time of year to be healthy, isn't it? A lot of other teams aren't so fortunate. And for a stretch run, I think the other thing you said too, and we all know it, we've talked about it, there's no room for error anymore for this Dallas Cowboys football team. If they want to make the playoffs, they've got to win just about all of them coming up.
I mean, yeah. Let's face it. Philly is a lot more important than Kansas City when you go NFC East versus an AFC opponent. And I got to caveat everything with what I saw Monday. You got to temper that because it was the Raiders.
Yes.
But first games, that could have been a complete cluster. And we all thought the same thing. Well, it's Arizona, and we know what Arizona did. Quinnen Williams was fantastic. Overshown, I thought, was impressive. Overshown, though, DeMarvion, he wasn't impressed with his performance.
No. I feel like the guys around me, outstanding. Like, you look at the film and you're like, man, those Cowboys, they doing the thing. But it's the fact that I know, like, we finna take it to another level. So my teammates, they done the work. Me, myself, that's a little rust, but it felt good being out there. The film, I didn't want to look at it, so that says a lot. But it's simple stuff. It ain't nothing that can't be fixed. It's just being antsy, ready to play football. I think I was more so worried on showing my physical abilities than my critical thinking abilities and my processing of the game. So, but it's easy, fixable stuff. So I'm excited for this next game because I know, like, that is, like, I ain't gonna say the worst I will ever play, but, like, coming off 343 days, it's like, oh, I can be better. Like, I can be way better than that. I can only imagine, and obviously I've never
First of all, not a pro athlete. Second of all, I've never had 2 serious knee injuries like that. But stepping back on the field after all the hard work you've done to get back on that field, first and foremost, got to feel great. But you also got to feel, I would think, and I would love to talk to Overshown about this, a little nervous just getting back. I think every game he plays from here on out, the confidence is going to grow, and you'll see him play better than he did the other night. And it wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't what we expect out of DeMarvion Overshown, the way that he played last year before the injury. I just think his confidence will increase the more he steps out there, the more he plays, and he realizes that everything is healed and he's ready to go. He's 100%.
And not that he was keeping track of the 343 days that he was out, but and again, his standard and what he's looking at is different than what we were watching from wherever we were watching from, living room, bar, whatever, right? But I was impressed with what I saw just because you didn't see the obvious bust. You saw the energy. You saw him making plays. I like the fact that guy said, yeah, I didn't even want to watch the tape. So, you expect him to be better. And in his second game is going to be better than his first and third and so on. But overall, that defense looked extremely well. Now, Overshown individually, not thrilled with what he was able to do. But Quentin Williams, he wasn't surprised by how well that defense looked.
I wasn't surprised about their performance or my performance in general because in the 3 days that we had a chance to practice together, 2 days we had a chance to practice together, everybody in that defensive line room works extremely hard. Even the coach works extremely hard and trying to get themselves right to be able to be effective and dominate and do their job the best of their ability. So going out with them, I was super confident in everybody because I got a chance to see everybody work and how everybody carry themselves week in and week out.
So he was good. Quentin Williams was good.
Yeah.
And the entire front line was good. Kenny Clark was good. Oso Digizua was good. That front line, with the addition of Williams, has improved tremendously. And you get rid of Amazi Smith on top of that for sure. But I'm just saying that defensive front is as good as anybody right now. And I can't wait to see the test and how they perform this Sunday against the Eagles. Even without Lane Johnson, and that's a huge loss, don't get me wrong, for the Eagles, that's still a pretty damn good offensive line that they've got in front of Jalen Hurts.
They are, and the good news, bad news part of it, right? The Eagles are going through it right now. Everybody's talking about the Eagles' offensive struggles, right? Jalen Hurts talking today, being asked questions about the Eagles and their struggles on the offensive side.
I take a lot of the responsibility when things are going. I guess I get a lot of attention when things are going well and when things are not going so well. And so I never run away from holding myself accountable. And I think, that's exactly what I've taken the approach of doing. When I look at this last game, I take great pride in what we do on offense. I take great pride in how we go out there and play as a team and what our flow is. And so we obviously got work to do, and I think that obviously starts with me. That's always my approach. That's always me looking internally first in everything that we do, and then in due time rising above.
The problem with that is, and yeah, they have been struggling, but what he's answering is reports that the Eagles within the building are frustrated by his performance. So this is not you and me saying, hey, Jalen Hurts has sucked lately. These are reports that are coming out of the building, allegedly, that are saying some people on the Eagles team are frustrated with Jalen Hurts.
And that is concerning that, if there's a team meeting, it's just the whole, all right, it's the Cowboys, we're going to circle the wagon. You almost hear, stories like this, and pick your team that when they go through a week like this, they kind of come out and they either play an extremely focused, maybe their best dialed-in game of the year, or it's a complete bleep show. It's Philadelphia. They're the defending champs. I'm expecting the pissed-off Eagle offense. It's kind of like the other night. A.J. Brown. I thought they were targeting him too much. I think they'll correct that this week. And you go back and look, this Cowboys defense has completely changed from that opener. In that opener, the Cowboys did a hell of a job defending everybody but Jalen Hurts and his running ability. I mean, and again, I can't complain about the offense, but Jalen Carter got thrown out before the game got started because he spit on Dak. So, I mean, there's a lot of that first game, and it was so long ago. I don't know what you can take out of that first meeting, although Jalen Hurts says, this will be a different game on Sunday.
How are you guys different from September 4th or whatever?
Thinking of the right thing to say. Something.
I mean, we won then. We win now. So, from a macro perspective, I mean, what else?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty good answer. They won then, and they need to win now.
Yeah.
Again, it's so many things to watch on this. And look, they played the Detroit Lions last week. I get that. You get up for that game. Detroit's offense is one of the best in the NFL, and the Eagles shut them down. Can the Eagles do that against Dak Prescott in that offense? That's going to be one thing to watch. And again, can the Cowboys defense, are they what we saw the other night against the Raiders or playing an Eagles team, which is certainly a huge upgrade, is that different? So a lot of things to watch in this game. And look, you talk about the Eagles being, they're going to be fired up. It's the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to be fired up because it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, those things just go hand in hand. And so that's just the way that it is. There will be no lack of emotion going into this football game.
None. And, outside of Lane Johnson, these teams pretty healthy. Cowboys, Dak Prescott, who was limited yesterday with the hip, was a full participant today. Tyler Smith, also a full participant. So was Donovan Wilson. And those three were limited yesterday. Clowney was still limited. He'll be fine. Dante Fowler still limited. He'll be fine. Solomon Thomas with that calf limited this week. Remember, Solly didn't play in the game on Monday night. Malik Hooker, DNP today, but it said personal. So I'm not worried about him not being there. And Perion Winfrey was a full participant as he's making his way back. So as Stephen Jones said, I mean, this is the healthiest they have been in a long time. And that matters too. I mean, you're not trying to piecemeal some things together.
No, they're in good shape. So no worries. I'm looking forward to this football game. This should be one hell of a football game. The fact that it is in Dallas, it helps Dallas. Obviously, the Cowboys play much better at home. They do. They just have all season long. And the other thing, Jason, they have not beaten a team with a winning record yet. That's the other thing the Cowboys have to get over, and they've got their first opportunity this week against the Eagles. It's one of those games. It's a prove-it game for the Cowboys, I think, in a lot of ways. Well, did those moves make a difference on that defense against a quality Philadelphia team, and can they get over the hump and beat a team with a winning record?
We have seen when the Cowboys are on. Excuse me. When the Cowboys are on, especially in that building, offensively, they are hard to slow down. I don't care who they're playing, right? And that included the Green Bay game, right? When that offense is clicking, they are tough to beat. I'm curious on the offensive side how aggressive Brian Schottenheimer will be on fourth down in scoring area. Early on it was, all right, we're near midfield, bog down, bring out Aubrey. If they've been around the 35 and in, and it's fourth and short, they've been going for it a lot. And I kind of feel like this game, you're not going to beat the Eagles kicking field goals instead of touchdowns, but especially on the opening drive, take your points in and go from there. Don't play catch up the entire time. And I say that because I still know this Cowboys defense. Do I think they're better? Yes. But do I expect them to get a bunch of stops against Philadelphia? No. So you got to take your points when you can get them. You can't have those empty drives, which I think is kind of what burned them against Arizona when they didn't score early and they just seemed deflated after that, and they never found their rhythm.
Never did. And will they at home against the Eagles? Again, the Eagles defense is good. They're a hell of a lot better than the Raiders defense. And I know Pickens and CeeDee Lamb had their way, I just don't see it's certainly not going to be that easy this Sunday against Philadelphia. It's just not. So will they still perform well? We'll see. But this is a much bigger step up than what they just faced in the Raiders. And again, just what I just said, they haven't beaten a team with a winning record. Cowboys have been feasting on teams without a winning record. They haven't been able to beat anybody with a winning record. So they've got to prove that because they've got some teams coming in here. And in Detroit, the next three, they've got their work cut out for them.
They do, and they've got to have playoff mentality because their margin for error is maybe one, right?
Maybe.
I mean, two at the most, but maybe one. And if they can get through this gauntlet 2-1, then you look at that stretch in December that looked tough when you look at Minnesota and the Chargers. But if they're 1-2, those games aren't going to matter, right? When you're thinking about being in the hunt. And, we joked about it a little with Steven. And he said he hadn't heard that story. So if you haven't, CeeDee Lamb today did admit that he and George Pickens were out late. They were having dinner and a few drinks over at Red Rocks Casino. Although CeeDee Lamb denied he was throwing up at the casino. According to Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News on Twitter, CeeDee said it's a disrespect to even suggest that. Lamb says he knows how to hold his liquor. Now,
I was just looking for something, and he threw something away he shouldn't have.
I mean, again, I pray that the people at TMZ are coming up with that video.
They are.
Because that's one thing I have not seen. If it's out there, I have not seen video of CeeDee hurling into a trash can there at the casino. But somebody has that. But those were the reports. Early on, he was out 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's a good late night. Now, a lot of us have been defeated by Las Vegas. Not to that level, although we did have a trip one time with one of my daughter's friends. Oh yeah.
There were a few trash cans.
I mean, and I'm trying to think. Maybe in my 20s, did I have some nights like that? I don't remember.
Of course not.
All I know is I've had some Vegas nights where I don't know why I stayed in Vegas the next day because I might not have left the room, but I wasn't losing my lunch. But moving slow the next day. You rally around 6 o'clock, and maybe that's it because it was a Monday night game. He had plenty of time to rally.
Yeah, he's young. Okay, he's young.
Think he was doing IVs all day?
When I was his age, obviously I wasn't in great shape the way he is, but I was rallying up by noon. I was up ready to go again. I mean, that youth thing has a lot to do with it. You and I get hungover now. It's a week until we're ready to go again.
A week?
Well,
speak for yourself.
Well, it depends.
Is that what I got to look forward to in 10 years?
At least a couple of days.
I can go back to back to back.
Well, I can too, but I'm not puking in trash cans.
No.
So no, I'm mature. I know how to handle my liquor.
Do you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless I'm at Nobu on Jerry's dime.
You want to tell that story?
No, not really.
Are you sure?
I don't remember that story. Yeah. No, it was good. Here's the question. Now, TMZ probably has somebody at Red Rock that they can call and talk to, but will Red Rock give away that video, if that's the only video there is, showing CeeDee Lamb in a trash can? I have a feeling Red Rock might say, no, we have already destroyed that.
Jerry's got a fixer that has made many videotapes disappear in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I just have a feeling we're never going to see that, and we're going to have to take CeeDee's word for it.
Yeah, I wonder if there is video from Nobu.
Not anymore, dude. That was 3 years ago.
Somebody's got that video.
3 years ago. I know there's still pictures out there of me flipping you off or whoever it was taking pictures of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When Michael Irvin walks up to me and says, hey, man, we need to get your boy out.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah. Those drinks just go down smoother when they're on Jerry's bill.
See, Michael Irvin's a professional. because he started. And then it got to a point where the public area was, and he was like, you got to take it from here. I can't be seen.
Exactly. And you did.
Yeah, you're heavy.
Truth be told.
You're heavy.
You did. So it's all good. Those.
But you didn't throw up.
No, I did not.
No.
I did not throw up. So it was good. All good.
Yeah.
We're here at the
Anchor
Bar.
CD a lesson.
Exactly. If he needs any advice, I'll talk to him.
How to handle the liquor?
Absolutely.
You're a pro.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, that's where you are a pro.
As long as he takes me gambling and pays for everything, that'd be great. Now, would you like to go on CD's dime to Vegas?
As long as it was all throw you a chip and go.
Well, sure.
Or a couple of them.
Absolutely. And, CD's got plenty of money.
I imagine his stack of chips, his denominations would be my entire weekend budget.
Yes.
He's got that in one chip.
He's got that. He's got lots of money.
Yeah.
There's no loss there. No problem. Cowboys with Eagles on Sunday. But before we get to that, well, we've got the Texans and the Buffalo Bills tonight. That's why we're at Anchor Bar live with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Having a great time. The place is starting to fill up. Bills fans, Texans fans, regular fans. I don't know who the fans are, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people here, and you need to get here as well. Come on down and come see us here. Get ready for what should be a pretty good football game. We're going to talk about that with the General John McClain coming up in the next hour. We'll do that when we continue here at the Anchor Bar. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
The NBA season's rolling, and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights. They're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball, pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KTFM. That's code KTFM. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Ends December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Not available in all states. Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary. Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a mere fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-474-1811. 800-474-1811. That's 800-474-1811.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
It's back. Just in time for the holidays, the UTSA Roadrunners Holiday Auction. Bid on over 100 incredible items, including gift cards, electronics, trips, and much, much more. Imagine doing all your Christmas shopping without the hassle of holiday crowds. Best of all auction proceeds directly benefit the Roadrunners football program. It's a true win-win opportunity. Go to 210cityfans.org and start bidding today. That's 210cityfans.org, and Merry Christmas.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Houston Texans in prime time tonight at home hosting the Buffalo Bills. Davis Mills will start for the Texans, his third consecutive game, by the way. C.J. Stroud still in concussion protocol. You catch that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6:30. Spurs return to action tonight, taking on the Atlanta Hawks inside the Frost Bank Center. Tonight's game wraps up a 5-game homestand. Spurs still without Wemby, Steph, and Dylan.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 and Military. That's where we are getting ready for Thursday night football with our friends from Flight by Yingling. The Houston Texans playing host to the Buffalo Bills. It's a game you can watch here at the Anchor Bar. If you can't make it to the Anchor Bar, though, you can listen to it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thanks to our friends from Flight by Yingling.
And I know you want to get out here, and the place is starting to get packed as people are getting off work and they're coming over here for dinner and for those cold drinks, those cold samples. And I can't wait till 6 o'clock where we get to sample. And again, so many different things going on. And what a night. I mean, Texans, Bills, plus you got the Spurs taking on Atlanta. So you need to be somewhere where there are multiple televisions. Although I do wonder if the Spurs will find their way to a TV here at the Anchor Bar.
Well, I don't know. With the Bills Mafia here, there's a Buffalo Bills Club, and they meet here at the Anchor Bar anytime the Bills play. But there's also a Houston Texans Club, apparently, that meets here. And you were telling me a story earlier, Minix, that they meet here, but not usually when they're playing against each other.
Well, yeah, so Anchor Bar, like a lot of big bars, they're home to many different fan clubs. Like Anchor Bar has the Bills and the Texans, and in college, Notre Dame, Florida State. Iowa, Navy and Kansas, and USC. And they also have a Swifties, the 2-0 Swifties, come here to watch Chiefs games. Not a Chiefs fan club, a Swifties fan club. Make that make sense. But and it's so what they normally do is if you've been in the Anchor Bar, the restaurant goes on forever. So the Bills are over here, and then the Texans are in the back, and they've been here where they're playing at the same time, yet never against each other. So it will be interesting to see how it goes tonight. But they are separating, like the Texans. They've got a table in the back, and the rest of the place seems to belong to the Bills.
It seems that way, and there might be more Bills fans here than there will be Texans fans now,
which is disappointing. Texans fans need to show up.
I totally agree with that. Now, Ben Brasino, who is a Texans fan, says there is a Spurs TV in the Texans section.
All right, good.
So there you go.
Yep.
So there you go. So you're covered on that as well. So. Interesting.
And I'm glad Ben Brasino is here and still watching us on YouTube.
Of course he is.
Well, again, 6 o'clock, he'll go watch pregame and get ready, and you go from there. So it is, although I do want to see more Texans fans. I know I joke a lot about, they could all sit at a table. I know there's more than that, a 4-top table. But at the same time, we're here because of the Texans. We chose to come out on a Thursday because the Texans are playing in prime time, and this is your chance, all you Texans fans that say we never talk about you, show us that you exist.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe we will. Maybe. I'm looking over here ahead of me, Minix, and there is a guy with a Joey Bosa shirt on.
Yeah, it's a jersey.
Yeah, but it's weird looking. It's white. Is that their Frost? Is that the Frost uniforms that they wore?
It's that. Yeah, it's one of those older, which I appreciate because there's been a lot of Josh Allen. I've seen one Jim Kelly. I've seen one Cook, and I like this Bosa jersey. Although if you don't know what it is, you don't even know that's a Buffalo Bills jersey.
No, you don't. Because I think they were the ones, and they had the white frosty looking uniforms that they wore once.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Are they wearing those again tonight, I wonder? Because you got the Texans are going red. Are they not?
Yeah, they're going battle red tonight.
So they're going battle red. So that means that the Bills have to be in white. So we'll see. Now, we got a Josh Allen blow-up doll over here.
It's called an inflatable.
Well, do you blow it up?
You inflate it. You plug it in.
In other words, you blow it up.
You're not sitting there like it's a balloon or like one of those pool toys that you had back in the 80s. That you literally had to blow up. This you just plug in, and the little fan is.
I wonder if she was inflated. I'm full. Unplug it, baby.
Well, at that point, it's deflating.
Oh, my gosh. Of all the drops Pledge has, those have to be my two favorite.
We do. Sitting at the bar.
Holy cow.
We don't
talk about it.
We don't need Tony Romo involved in this.
That just brought the whole house down, Pledge.
The whole house.
Yes.
Or just Ryan Eagle. Good Lord.
And again, it's pretty exciting. Everybody, there's not a seat at the bar itself, as I can see over here to my left, but there are some tables out here.
Now, Joe,
what do you see?
I don't even know how to describe this. But there is a second inflatable here.
Really?
There is.
Is it Josh Allen?
It is not. I'm not sure what it is. It's a Buffalo Bills something, but it almost looks, I don't know, some sort of weird character. I have no idea what the hell that thing is. I don't know. Look, I have no idea what. It's a Buffalo Bills. Do the Bills have a mascot, like a cartoonish-looking buffalo?
I mean, know.
It's not
is that
mean.
What that is?
It almost looks like one of those weird cartoons that you see the kids. But there is a second inflatable here. Somebody must have got a deal on inflatables, or they got a mind like Joe Reinagle.
Well, I can't see the inflatable you're talking about because
during the break, you can go over there and you could play with that inflatable.
We're sitting here, and the hostess or host stand is right in front of us.
Yeah.
And it goes out, and I can't see around. There's a dude here with a Spurs jersey on, by the way.
Yeah.
So the Spurs are represented here at the Anchor Bar as well.
Apparently, according to Ben, it's a blue buffalo. That's not a mean-looking buffalo. It looks more like a character. I don't know. It's kind of sad looking. And do you really want a blue buffalo, right?
I don't know. If I was a Bills fan, I could tell you that what that means. Well,
isn't blue buffalo like a dog food?
Is it?
Isn't it a dog food name?
Dude, I don't know.
Name brand?
I have no idea. It's probably one of those swanky ones that, better food than you and I eat.
I don't know. I mean, it's a weird looking inflatable, but they are. What is this? I'm being handed a Texans chain. One of those
the
fancy
H-Town
chains.
Blue.
Oh, and it is the H-Town Blue.
Pledge just got all excited.
I don't know. Somehow it smells freshly painted.
Pledge just got all excited.
Is this for me? No.
Wow. Sorry, Pledge.
They give it and they take it away.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to make me a fan because, this looks like something that Cuts by Jones would make. The guy that made that sign in our studio.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
Wow. I want to see that.
Yeah, I got Pledge's Christmas present already taken care of.
Yeah, that chain's pretty heavy, too.
Thanks, Ben.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, Pledge.
Look at Ben circling around trying to take it back.
Ben's upset.
He handed that over, man. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Now, how did you? Now, are they selling those or what?
Oh, he's selling them.
For how much? Hey, send over $30, Pledge, and we'll get you one.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
An Eagle fan shows up with his Eagle chain.
There you go.
Good Lord, he just pulled that right out of his
arse.
I mean, what kind of more Eagle fan is rolling in here to a
try to
Bills
shove it up
party?
their ass.
It's exactly what he's trying to do.
Well, I mean, why not? If you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you can brag because you've got a better record than anybody playing tonight. You're in first place in the NFC East.
Yeah, there's a reason that guy's sitting at the bar alone.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Oh, my God.
Let's find out what we're learning from about Joe Mixon, who denies the Ian Rappaport report that he is done for the season.
You think John McClain's got some inside information he can share with us? Well, we're going to find out when he joins us next here on the Blitz, live at the Anchor Bar. Come see us. You still got plenty of time with our friends from Flight by Yingling, 1604 in Military. Come see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you about the Golf Club of Texas. I want to talk to you about it. And I know the weather is supposed to be bad. It didn't rain today. It would have been a great day to go out and play golf at the Golf Club of Texas today. So you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And if you've got some free time over the weekend or maybe early next week, you might have some family in town that you want to take out to play some golf, get them out of the house for a little while. Best place to do that is the Golf Club of Texas. In fact, treat your family and friends to a round of golf at the Golf Club of Texas. All you have to do is go online, go to golfclubtexas.com. That's where the best rates are, always online. They're always there, and you can make your tee time right there. Get on out there. But when you go, make sure everybody's hungry. You want to get out there, have some food at the Tin Cup Bar and Grill. Any kind of cocktail you want, they will have it for you out there. And take plenty of beer with you out on the golf course. Make it a fun day. And treat yourself. You'll have your relatives, your friends talking about this place when they go back to wherever they live. I guarantee you they will. And look, even if you don't want to play golf or the weather maybe not so great this weekend, head on out to the Golf Club of Texas, the Tin Cup Bar and Grill. Watch the football games out there. You're going to have great food, great drink right there at your fingertips. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether you're going out for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, maybe you want to have your next tournament out there. Again, go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
There's nothing more frustrating than passwords and password, directives where you have to change the passwords. I mean, my password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's a good one to have. But our stupid work won't let you do that as a password. It's like, oh, you can't use that. You idiots. You can't. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, we're different here with the Cowboys. That works perfectly fine.
You got to keep it kissed. We got it, Coach. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, boys.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Back out here at the Anchor Bar. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And the Texans are playing football tonight.
Yeah, and again, Anchor Bar is known as a Buffalo Bills hangout, also a San Antonio, Houston Texans fan club hangout. It's a great spot. Flight by Yingling putting this on. Lots of great samples. It's going to be a fun football game tonight, or at least it should be. Let's talk about it with the General John McClain, who is joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, before we get into tonight's game, the Ian Rappaport tweet and story earlier today about Joe Mixon likely done for the year and Joe Mixon responding to it. What are we hearing? What are you hearing about the greatest mystery of the 2025 football season?
First off, I'm trying to figure out that thing you guys just played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you should have a password that projects how many victories you're going to have in a season. Too many people could figure it out.
Well, I mean, Schottenheimer's got goals, and he's trying to keep it simple.
I'll tell you, Joe Mixon, we've known here he isn't going to play. That scoop is so old, it's got moss on it. If Joe Mixon was going to play, don't you think he would have played? If Mixon's going to play, why did they try so hard to trade for Breece Hall? And I don't care what Mixon, I saw what he put in there. How do you know something I don't know? Well, you got to scoop, but if you were going to play, you would have already played. And the other mystery is it's non-football injury, NFI. And so that means the Texans were not happy with what happened to him, whatever it was, because it was not involved in football.
But, John, what was strange is we finally heard from Joe Mixon. He comes out and says the Ian Rappaport report is not true.
No, what he said was, how do you know what I don't know? Well, I know what he doesn't know. He ain't playing here anymore.
You know, it's interesting, and we still don't know what caused it or any of that. Now, that
no,
said,
we don't know that.
Which is such a mystery. I'm surprised nobody has been able to figure that out. Now, you look at the game tonight.
I figured it out. Hold on, Jason. I figured it out. I told you guys weeks ago. He's in a witness protection program. So there.
Well, that's it. Yes. They milk carton Mixon. In fact, when he ever does come back, just put milk carton on the back of his jersey. You look at the game tonight. John, an interesting stat that one of the Bills reporters put out that the Bills have lost their last 5 games, haven't won at NRG since 2006. Their scoring is way down. Josh Allen is 0-3 and has only completed 46% of those passes in those 3 games. Just strange numbers when you think about the reigning NFL MVP. Will tonight be a house of horrors for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills?
Well, first of all, he's 8-0 on Thursday Night Football. And last year he had a terrible game, 131 yards, no turnovers. He had a touchdown, but he was like 9 of 31. Well, that was the best. The Texans had a really good defense last year. That was their best game of the season, their best victory, and they still only won by 3. Now, he's coming off that 6-touchdown performance. He's done it twice. The only other person's ever done it. Quarterback's Otto Graham from the Browns back in the 50s. Allen at some point is going to have a good game. But the Texans are number 1 in defense. They're number 1 in points allowed. So I expect them to have a good plan for him. They're really good against the run. And the Bills are second in rushing, I believe. And so I think that's going to be a key. But the thing they've been able to do that a lot of teams don't, when you get to Allen, you have to get him down. Other teams, because he's bigger than a tight end, he's almost 6'6", that when you get him, he just breaks tackles. And so the Texans have done a good job when they get him to getting him down. And I think that's been the secret of their success. The best game here was that wild card game in 2000 19 when Deshaun Watson was incredible and beat Allen and the Bills. But at some point, he's going to have a good game against the Texans here. And if I'm a Texans fan, I'm more worried about my offense than I am my defense.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. The Bills' defense is not exactly stellar. So I could see a scenario tonight, John, where the Texans might be able to move the football and put some points on the board.
Did you dream that, Joe?
No, I'm just
Texans
saying,
scoring points, moving the ball, and Texans scoring points against anybody.
Well, that Buffalo defense, John, is gettable.
Well, I tell you what, if they couldn't score more than one touchdown against the Titans, how are they going to score much here? I picked the Bills to win 24-16. I picked the Texans to lose every game. I picked them to beat Jacksonville here. That might be the only one I got right this season. But I just don't think their offense is good enough. I don't think their offensive line is good enough. I don't think their running game is good enough. The one that I have the most confidence in is Davis Mills. Davis Mills is 1-2. He had 5 wins when he was starting his first 2 years in the league, and he had some bad games on bad teams. His first start was at Buffalo. It was cold. It was windy. It was raining, almost freezing rain, perfect Buffalo weather. And he was awful. Then he bounced back and won his next start. So I think Mills will play well, but I still don't see them scoring more than one touchdown and a bunch of field goals.
Now, John, as we visit with John McClain here on the Blitz, sounds like you're in the stadium. I know the Bills backers in San Antonio say they normally have about 350 people every game here at the Anchor Bar, but about 150 of them or so actually are going to the game tonight in Houston. Is this one of these games where the Bills, the opposing team, might take over the stadium?
No, the 49ers had a lot of fans in the lower bowl. The Broncos had a lot of fans in the lower bowl, and the 49ers got beat, so their fans weren't making a lot of noise. And then the Broncos had to kick a field goal with no time left to win. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of Bills fans in the lower bowl because they not only do they travel well, there's a lot of damn Bills fans who have moved to this area. And you see them everywhere. Bills Mafia.
Well, I tell you what, there's a bunch of them in the Anchor Bar in here tonight, and they always meet, John, about 350 of them, as Minnick said, on every Bills game. So it should be interesting. But look, when you look at this game, and I don't know how optimistic you are about the Texans doing anything playoff-wise or maybe even grabbing that division at some point in time. Buffalo has to win this game or they're going to lose sight of New England moving forward. It's a huge game, I think, for both teams.
Playoffs? Did you mention the Texans and playoffs in the same sentence? It's important for the Bills. They're trying to catch the Patriots. They still have a game in Foxborough. And if they play, it's funny, Mahomes and Allen could be wild card teams. Does anybody want to host them in the playoffs? I don't think so. I think the Texans, they get the Bills. Then they go to Indianapolis for the first of 2 games against the Colts. Then they go to Kansas City. For them to have a prayer of the playoffs, in my mind, they got to win 2 of these next 3 games. C.J. Stroud will be back for the Colts games. Right now, maybe they'll do something different. I see them. They've got 5 wins, beating the Raiders and Cardinals back-to-back, and then beating the Colts here in the last game. That would be 8-9 record. If they want to have a realistic chance of getting in the playoffs, they're going to have to win 10 games for the 3rd year in a row, and I don't know if they can do it.
Well, I'll tell you, every Cowboy fan will tell you, man, don't count that Cardinal game as an automatic dub.
Exactly.
Just saying.
What about the Raider game?
Well, that's a dub, man. Do you see that game on Monday night? Yeah. You just got to send all the guys out the night before and let them party at the casino and then go have an incredible game. John, I noticed your Twitter is still not working from the hack job from a couple of weeks ago. But
they told me 30 days.
30 days. Man, being in Twitter timeout.
Wow.
I've even asked Santa Claus.
I'm curious, though. You're at the stadium. You're going to be frustrated tonight. How does John McClain release those frustrations without the keyboard and Twitter?
Truthfully, when they played Jacksonville here and they were so bad for three quarters, it was like a drug or alcohol. I'm sitting here just dying to tweet something, but I couldn't do it. And so I've learned to be a little calm and not be so negative since they won those last two games. But I tell you what, when I come back, I'm coming back with a bang.
Well, all right. So I'm curious. Who are you sitting next to or near there inside the press box?
Well, I don't ever say a word. I'm quiet. Nobody knows. Only way people know how it feels, they would read my Twitter, and because I see a lot of people get upset. I never do that. I'm Johnny Cool while I'm sitting here, but my fingers aren't.
All right, now, all right, Johnny Cool. I'm just if you're next to somebody that is cool, you should say, "Let me be your Twitter for the game," and maybe you could guest tweet on somebody else's Twitter just because they understand that the addiction withdrawals that you're having, and that would probably get them more interaction than they're used to because you could be tweeting off of somebody else's account. Like find that Dan Matthews guy and take over his Twitter.
I've had several people offer me in all seriousness, and I said, guys, if I did that, the person that hacked me might come after you, so better to steer clear of me.
30 days, huh, John? Man, you're going to be all dried out from Twitterville when that's over. You may not want to go back in.
I've lost 4,000 followers last time somebody looked and told me.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You're going to have to try to get those back.
Hey, there's worse things in life than not being able to have your Twitter followers.
Well, that's true. I mean, you could be running the social media account for the Houston Texans and welcome Damone Clark to the team and then have a photo of Ryan Flournoy of the Dallas Cowboys on the graphic that you made.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
And it's still there.
I'll find somebody and point that out.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. As everybody has pointed it out, I wouldn't have known actually. Except for I saw him and I was like, that doesn't look like. Oh yeah, that's the wrong guy.
That's the wrong guy.
That's the wrong guy. Speaking of the wrong guy, I'm sure they should know by now. Out of curiosity, John, switching gears, Baylor. This Mac Rhodes story is bizarre. He's now officially done as the athletic director. I mean, that guy went from riding high to out of everything in short order. What the hell is going on in Waco?
Well, I'll let you guys guess what usually gets people in trouble, and you can figure out can speculate on your own. Now they need to get a new AD. Jeremiah Dickey at Boise State was there and went to Boise State in 21. Jared Mosley at North Texas has done a fabulous job. He was running the Texas Sports Hall of Fame for 3 years. I know him pretty well. I wish they'd fire Randa and hire Jared Mosley and his head coach, Eric Morris, who would bring his quarterback, Drew Mestemaker, to Waco. But they got to get an AD, and they've already been working on it because they knew Mac was going to, quote-unquote, resign. He did a great job at Baylor. The new AD does not have to raise any money for facilities. All he's got to do is raise money for NIL.
Wow. Well, that's a pretty tough chore in itself. But, John, you're not talking to the two sharpest tools in the shed here. You're not going to tell us what happened?
No, I'm not going to tell you what happened. I don't want you to get sued. You Google it, you still won't find out.
Well, and again, I mean, we'll find that out before we know what really happened with Joe Mixon. I just find it interesting that with that Baylor job, new athletic director, football coach was already on the hot seat. Aranda's going to be out. John McClain is saying Eric Morris from North Texas because, Jeff Traylor's name is going to be mentioned along with several others when that Baylor job does come open.
Eric Morris is just the guy I want because I've gotten to know him a little bit, and he's a quarterback guru. He recruited Mahomes. He recruited Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward. He was at Washington State, and when Ward left, He had John Mateer. He had a commitment from Sam Levitt. And then he went to North Texas and had Chandler Morris. And then now he's got Drew Nestemaker. So he's been good with quarterbacks, and Baylor's going to need one.
I think that's going to be a good choice for Baylor. I think that would be outstanding. So I hope that happens, John.
Well, and having known Eric for as long as I have, back when his nickname was the Smurf, playing on those Texas Tech teams, I'm happy for him, but it'd be
what was his nickname?
Smurf.
Smurf. That was his nickname.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Little short wide receiver. And, he's quick to point out when you're talking to him that, when Texas Tech knocked off number 1 Texas and cost them a national championship, Crabtree gets all the credit because he got that touchdown. But go back and watch that final drive and the big catches that Eric Morris made to help Texas Tech pull off that upset.
Well, I hope Baylor ends up with him. He's here playing Rice tomorrow night, trying to go 10-1 and get into the CFP.
Free beer at Rice Stadium tomorrow, John. Did you know that?
No, I'm going to have to go to that game.
Yes.
Be better than watching
student
Baylor.
ID, my friend. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? It's only for students?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, they're trying to get students to the game.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Hey, Joe was going to make a road trip just for free beer. Yeah. John, enjoy the game tonight at NRG. Appreciate you,
thank you very much, as always.
Well, the great John McClain on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
The great John McClain, always words of wisdom. He seemed a little fired up tonight, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens. But he picked Buffalo to win by 8.
Yeah, by 8.
So just if you're
5.5.
If you're gambling and you want to take the general's advice, there you go. You got to take the Buffalo Bills, and you'll be in pretty good shape. We're here at the Anchor Bar, 1604 and Military, with our friends from Flight by Yingling, and we're getting ready for this game. This place is filling up, and it's going to be a fun night inside the Anchor Bar. We're going to get you ready for the Spurs game when we continue. They play the Atlanta Hawks tonight. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We have a you just lost a listener email.
Oh,
the
no.
comments are, what the F is your show? Your snickering minions and yourself are terrible at comedy. Whatever you people get paid to do this is too much.
You just lost a listener.
Sounds like the same PD we lost about 5 weeks ago.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut. This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Just Pots. Pregame at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back live at the Anchor Bar, 1604 and Military, where this place is jumping, getting ready for the Texans hosting the Buffalo Bills tonight on Thursday Night Football. We're here with our friends from Flight by Yingling, and everybody enjoying a nice cold Flight by Yingling.
17 minutes, man.
Is that all?
That's 17 minutes.
I'm getting the shakes over here. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
It is pouring down rain all of a sudden.
It really is. A little storm has blown in. And we're getting the rain that was promised, I guess, all day today, and it's finally coming. So be careful if you're driving around out there in this fine city of San Antonio.
Which tells me if you were going to barbecue in the backyard for this game tonight, well, that's out. Head over here to Anchor Bar. It's not raining inside.
No, it's not. Not at all. So Come on out and join us. Everybody's having a great time out here. It really is. It's one of those crowds that's it's a fun crowd. A lot of fun. That's for sure. So I'm loving this thing. This is good.
As we get ready for Spurs and Hawks tonight, one of the more amazing tweets that I've seen, I just find it funny because I know your love for one Bronny James.
Yeah.
The Lakers have assigned Bronny James to the South Bay Lakers. Bronny replaces his father, LeBron, on the G League roster.
Bronny has earned it.
I find that hilarious.
I mean, now obviously LeBron was there. LeBron was on the G League team going through rehab, but just Bronny replaces his father on the G League roster is just a line I never thought I would read.
Well, I wouldn't either, but it's where the guy belongs anyway. It's where he should have been the whole time. But LeBron wasn't on the G League, or technically was he?
Yeah. He
was
going through the practices and that sort of stuff to get him healthy and go through the rehab. So,
wow. Okay.
Technically he was on the G League roster, and he's been replaced by his son.
Well,
Bronny.
good for him. See, like
Bronny
father, like son.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Yeah,
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, and the other crazy thing out of the Lakers, and I mean, because Jeannie Buss sold them, still a part of it. The Lakers are reorganizing and terminating executives Joey and Jesse Buss from their respective front office positions effective immediately.
Well, look, I mean, that happens, right? Somebody comes in, they buy a new business, they make changes, they put their people in that they want, and again. I get the feeling this new ownership group, honestly, wants to move on from LeBron James. And that, no disrespect to him, it's just time. I mean, because he has basically run that organization since he's been there. And so I think sending Bronny down to the G League, that's one step. Now, LeBron's going to finish out his contract there, and he's going to do what he has to do. But I just think they want to move on. They've got Luka Doncic. They can build around him, and he's the new star of the L.A. Lakers.
He really is. And, and then we think about that trade, Luka. A great article by Tim McMahon on ESPN.com about the inner workings with Cuban and the new owner and Nico and many, many sources talking to Tim to put that article together. A fantastic read. If you want to read what a dumpster fire is really like. And obviously the Spurs haven't dealt with any kind of front office turmoil like that in decades, if ever, and hopefully it stays that way. Spurs taking on the Hawks tonight. Again, they're coming off an impressive win the other night against Memphis because they did not play well, but De'Aaron Fox was incredible in the third quarter and Harrison Barnes closing that game out. And they got to win against a bad team in a game in which if they would have lost, they're shorthanded and they didn't play well. That was an impressive win because of the way they found with their veteran leaders to go get that W.
No, they closed it out in the fourth quarter, and that's what they did. So they're going to need that moving forward as long as Wemby's out. I did see today during the pregame warm-up session, Dylan Harper was out shooting around. So, and it looks like he's going to be close to getting back. That's certainly going to help. But Castle and Wemby are going to be out for the next couple of weeks. And so they're going to need those veteran leaders to step up and do what they've got to do to get this done. Spurs can win their 11th game of the season, which is just incredible. And I don't know when they won their 11th game of the season last year, but it certainly was not in the month of November.
No, it took them a month to get to 8 wins, and so maybe even longer. I mean, they're just on a better pace and, again, beat bad teams. And this game tonight, more important because, one, it's Atlanta, but two, with their picks, we need them to suck. And so don't help them get a W. There's more at stake with this game tonight.
Now, I haven't seen if Trae Young is going to play. He missed their last game. I have not seen an injury report from the Atlanta Hawks whether Trae Young's going to be in there or not, but that would certainly help the Spurs situation if they don't have to go up against him. So,
you know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
We get you ready for the weekend. We call it What's on Tap, and it is brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com, where you can get your tickets, see their entire calendar, their menu. And they've got a great local band on tonight called Anthem 182, a tribute to Blink 182. Tomorrow night, Robert Johnson and S.A. Sessions, the Guy Forsyth's band. Sean Phillips on Saturday. Next Wednesday, something called Anything Box there at Sam's Burger Joint.
Okay, that could mean a lot of different things.
It really could.
Other things tonight out of Green Hall, 49 Winchester leaving this Holler tour. Now, it says it's sold out, but nothing is ever sold out. Obviously, at the Frostbank Center, we just talked about it. Spurs playing host to the Atlanta Hawks. At the Aztec Theater tonight, Zach Fox is there. Beauty and the Beast playing at the Majestic Theater tonight. That's pretty cool. Yandel is at Boeing Center at Techport, and Ryan Hamilton at the LOL Comedy Club.
Friday night, Green Hall, Ray Wiley Hubbard.
How about that?
Hell of a show.
Wow.
Stable Hall at the Pearl has the Band of Heathens. Aztec Theater has Matt Matthews. Beauty and the Beast continuing at Majestic. Moody Center has A Day to Remember and Yellow Card. The Damn Torpedoes, a Tom Petty tribute at ACL Live. The Rock Box has Cinderleaf, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's a good rock and roll band, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is if it's at the Rock Box. Saturday afternoon inside the Alamo Dome, the UTSA Roadrunners and the East Carolina Pirates. They are the Pirates, aren't they?
They are.
All right, I'm just making sure. Freeman Expo Hall, the 46th annual Christmas Showcase. You need some Christmas stuff, go there. How about Floor's Country Store on Saturday night? The Randy Rogers Band, always a great show. And then Eli Young is at Green Hall. Again, says it's sold out, but nothing's sold out if you really want to go. ACL Live, Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah, sure.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. It's Joe.
Yeah, well, he's at ACL Live. I figure that's something. Life Cycles at Paper Tiger. Riptide is playing place not too far from us right now down at Pick's Bar.
Mm-hmm. On Sunday, Green Hall has a singer-songwriter showcase. Stable Hall at the Pearl has Future Birds with Leon III. I have no idea. Moody Center has Playboy Cardi. And Jokes for Humans, John Christ on tour, ACL Live.
Jokes for Humans.
Yeah.
As opposed to taking your dog down there or what?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Cowboys and Eagles could also be Jokes for Humans if you're going up to that game.
I suppose they really could be if you wanted
it's going to be a good game.
I think it will be. Tuesday at Green Hall, 2-Ton Tuesday Thanksgiving show and food drive. That'll be a lot of fun. Belmont is playing at Paper Tiger on Tuesday night. And then you got open mic night Tuesday night at LOL Comedy Club. Minix, we got to go down there.
That's your dream, isn't
it? We tell a few jokes.
That's your dream.
Absolutely.
No. Not at all. What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com. And we're telling you about shows this weekend. You want to plan ahead. A big show coming January 31st to the Aztec Theater. Eclipse, a tribute to Journey. They're going to be out there, and we got a pair of tickets to give away.
That is fantastic. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number, you want to get Joey Bosa?
No.
Pledge has got a show.
Yeah, he's got a show. Let's go. Caller number. The line is around 6, so caller 6.
Caller 6. Good luck to you. If you don't win the tickets, you can buy them at livenation.com. Go there. We are out at the Anchor Bar, and people just keep coming in. They're going to get ready. This place is going to get rowdy tonight with this football game starting here in about 45 minutes or so. So a little longer than that, hour and 15 minutes, something like that. Get on down here, get something to eat, get yourself a cold Flight by Yingling because our friends from Flight by Yingling are here. It's been a good time here at the Anchor Bar.
I'm getting called out by my friend Robert. He says, I'm disappointed in you not knowing who John Bonamassa, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is, and he's got a laughy face emoji. I don't even know if he knows who that is.
Well, why not? I mean, you should know that.
I should know that?
Well, yeah. You always laugh about it. You don't know who that is?
Do you know who the
I have
Joe,
no clue,
whatever
but that's par for the course for me. For you, it's not supposed to be like that. And Mr. Pledge back there, who is it, Pledge? Do you know?
Not a clue.
Look at the crickets.
Yeah, he's Googling right now. Ask AI. Let me try to sound smart on the radio. The beauty is when I don't know, I ain't afraid to say I have no idea.
Exactly right, which is the way that it should be. I want to thank the folks here at the Anchor Bar for having us here tonight. It has been a lot of fun. Big time coming up here at the Anchor Bar tonight with this football game going on. Extra Innings with Pledge is coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And don't forget to wake up with the fellas in the morning. AJ and Rob on the Morning Huddle. They'll get you started at 6 o'clock. We will be back at 2 o'clock. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM, Floresville. And everywhere at SA